Good morning, good morning, good morning, my warriors. Welcome to V Biotonic. And let's turn on the beast mode with me, Shreyas, your physics master teacher at Vedantu, going live. And I lead the physics department at Vedantu. And I have been teaching kids for a very long time. And under my mentorship and guidance, lots and lots of students have not just got into IITs, NITs, BITS, ISER, ISC, and many other top prestigious institutes, but many of them have also got top all India ranks. Some of them have got 2-digit all India ranks, and I really take pride in this because it gives me that confidence, and also it should give you guys that confidence that you are learning from the best in the country. And not just that, guys, I really hope this year too you guys are going to make me proud. So bachcho, tayar ho jao, beast mode on. Your captain, your capto, your thalaiva, yes, Shreyas Sir is out here. Good morning, nice to see all of you. And काफी सारे VNTU से भी लोग आए, like I can see Yalini and Priyanka because they have changed their display pictures. And what about we Biotonians? Why haven't you changed your display pictures? I can see Shivalakshmi has changed her picture. Very good. So guys, yeah, please support all the Vedantu channels. So if you are a regular V Biotonian, you should definitely change your display picture to what others have done. Good morning, Reshma. Hi, Shikha, Samir, Sarthi. Welcome aboard. Hi, Rohit. Hi, Feeling. Hello, Love. Hello, Sanvi. Hello, Jency. So Jency was asking, sir, when are you going to come to V Biotonic? So finally, I'm here, Jency, again. All right, I have been quite regular in the last few weeks because just in the run-up for the final examination, you guys need our guidance out there. Oh, Gargi has also changed it. Very good, very good. Nice to see all of you. And yes, mascots, please do that. Yep, please change your display pictures. That will definitely, show your love and support for this channel. And one more thing, go smash that like button right now in case you have forgotten to do so. And one more thing, go hit the subscribe button. Chalo. So, अगर मेरे को stalk करना है, if you want to stalk me, that's where you can stalk me. That's my Instagram handle, Shreyas_Vedantu. So let's also look at the schedule this week in case you have missed the previous lecture of modern physics, atomic structure, nuclear physics, photoelectric effect, X-rays, and semiconductors. All of that in this lecture. Okay. Even before that, I had conducted a few more classes. You can check it out. Just search for Beast Mode on Shreyas Sir. You will get all the sessions on Biotonic. And I'll be coming again next week as well. Don't worry, I'm not leaving you. And we'll also have some mock test and formula revision. So I have been reading all your comments, whatever you guys have been putting below the video. Trust me, I might not get time to reply to every one of it, but trust me, I have read each and every one of them properly, and it feels really great to see all these lovely comments. And you guys are dependent on us, so it makes me even more motivated to come over here. And thanks to Ani ma'am that she has taken up this initiative, and she's encouraging all the subject teachers to come out here and conduct the classes. A big thanks and a big yo to Ani ma'am as well. Okay, so tonight NLM class, but that's for JEE Advanced. All right, so that's for the 11th standard kids. Even a 12th standard or a passing out student can watch this. If you have your JEE friends, please ask them to go ahead to VNTUs. That's the JEE English channel for all the students preparing for JEE. But even if you are preparing for NEET, you can still watch it. There is no problem because the physics is the same. Maybe you can just sideline those JEE Advanced sessions because they will be slightly on the higher side for the NEET examination. But otherwise, you can watch the JEE Mains videos as well. Good morning. Yes, Rasila. Hello, Sharan. Hi, Princey. Hi, Jyotsna. The JEE papers were very straightforward. By the way, guys, I have understood what NTA is doing, and I can now gauge what NTA plans to do for NEET examination. So don't worry, I'm going to make those mock tests also for you guys, for all my lovely warriors on V Biotonic, all the mascots out here. So don't worry, I'm going to come up with mock tests, taking some clues from the JEE examination. Whatever NTA has been doing there will be some similar trends for NEET examination is what my expected guess is. So let's see how it works, and you will see some amazing mock tests coming through in the next couple of days. All right, chalo, let's see the first question, guys. Are you guys super duper ready? Please put up, are you guys super duper ready in the chat box? I want to see super duper ready in the chat box. The first question coming up, because there are more than 50 questions on mechanics, right from kinematics, NLM, circular motion, work, power, energy, center of mass, rotation, SHM. So we're going to end at SHM. That's what it is. Super duper ready? Excellent. Very good. I can see all of your hearts and fire and thumbs up. Super duper ready. Say Shiny, Aditi, Deepak, Janesh, Janvi, Prithviraj, Reshma. Very good Deepak. Very good Harsha. Very good Human. Here's the first question coming up on your screen. Which of the following curve may represent uniform accelerated motion? One of those graphs, look at this graph, one of those graphs probably represents uniform accelerated motion. Okay, some of you are saying B, some of you are saying C, some of you are again confused between B and C, not sure. All right, so here's the answer for this, guys. Not more than 20-30 seconds for these kind of questions. There are some questions which will take almost like 1 minute. I will tell you when it takes 1 minute or whether it should take less than a minute. Okay, this is under 1 minute, guys. Many of you are wrong. Let me tell you, the correct answer is C. In fact, this graph B, this one is impossible. This is impossible. Why? Because this is going back in time. Do you see that this is the time axis? If you go like that, you are basically going back in time. He is a time traveler. This is a time traveler. Look at this. You're going back in time. This is not even possible. I hope this makes sense. This graph represents simple harmonic motion. Look at this sine wave, cos wave. It's simple harmonic motion. The velocity keeps changing. All right, it becomes 0, maximum, 0, negative, positive. It keeps changing, periodically. This is simple harmonic motion. What about this? Here, the acceleration is positive, and here the acceleration is a negative. So acceleration has changed, but this clearly represents or asks for uniform accelerated. Yes, it's uniform for this and this part, but as a whole, it is not uniform. Why is C graph the answer? The reason for the C graph to be the answer, observe, this is the position versus time. And if this graph is a parabola, kaun sa bola? Ebola nahi. It is called parabola. If it is parabola, then position is proportional to t square. Take the derivative. Velocity is proportional to t. Take the derivative. Acceleration is proportional to basically a constant. Basically, it is constant. So whenever x is square, parabola, quadratic function, velocity will be linear function, acceleration will be constant function, and that's why it will be uniform accelerated. I hope this is clear. Yes, Gargi Bacha, I am going to cover many concepts. You will see me solve those problems. Those will be the tricks. Okay, see how I solve the problem. In fact, they will be very unconventional at times, and get to know how to solve even the standard problems via standard ways as well. So apart from tricks may not work for all the kind of problems. So yes, some of the problems I'm going to teach you these tricks, and some of the problems, the standard variety of problems which you must know, which will come for the NEET examination. Alright, everyone, Sinkar saying प्यारा बोला. वाह, बहुत ही प्यारा बच्चा हो तुम. Alright, so let's get going to the next question. So detailed analysis done. Everyone clear about this? Great, great. Okay, next question coming up on your screen. The displacement. Come on, my warriors, this is under 1 minute question. Easy question, but you should get it correctly. Yo, yes, says Aditi and Rusty and Brunal and Dave. All right. The displacement time graph of a moving object is shown in the figure. Which of the velocity time graphs shown in the figure could represent the motion of the body? This is displacement time. Only one of these four correspond to this graph. Probably the y-axis labeling is missing. This is displacement versus time. One of them represents accurately the velocity versus time. Many of you are saying B. Are you guys sure about it? Are you guys sure about it? Excellent, guys. Looks like we are having many doctors. I'm just probably messaging Vani ma'am. I'm telling मैम आपके चैनल पे बहुत सारे डॉक्टर्स बन गए फॉर श्योर. बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. इतना फटाफट आपने आंसर दे दिया. वेरी गुड. यस, दिस इज द ग्राफ. नाउ आई टेल यू व्हाई दिस इज द आंसर. सी, if you have this as the displacement and if I draw tangent, what does the tangent tell you? The tangent tells you the slope of it, rather. The slope of the tangent will give you the velocity. Now over here, don't you see that the velocity is positive because the slope is upwards? Whereas if you draw the tangent here, you will see that the velocity is actually negative. And don't you see there is one point over here, if you draw the tangent, the velocity or the slope will be 0. So it should become 0, it should be positive, and then it should become negative. So it is 0 over here. You can see that it is positive over here, the value of velocity, and then the value of velocity becomes negative over here. No other graph will satisfy this criteria. No other graph. Thank you, Neha Bacha. All right, no other graph. Okay, so that's how you should do analysis. The reason why I'm explaining this is because I want you to develop this habit of analysis after every question. I know many students and many institutes out there, they just tell you the answer and then they just move on, and that becomes a habit in the students, because then they lose that analytical skills of how to understand, visualize and solve the problem. So you should always analyze and think why, how, etc. Next question coming up on your screen on dimensions. This is 1 minute question. If force, time, length are used as fundamental quantities, then the dimensional formula for density is, come on my warriors, you can get this. All right, Ashok, thank you bacha. Okay, yes, building confidence is very important. Apurva, JBF saying A. Oh my god, that was quick. Whoa, what is that? All right, somebody is saying C. Okay, somebody is saying C. Are you sure? Are you sure it is A, or is it C, or is it something else? Come on my warriors. All right, okay, so okay, all righty, let's see how to solve this. Force, time, length are used, then the dimensional formula for density is, say, what is density? Density is kg per meter cube. That means mass raised to 1, L raised to -3. That's the dimension of density. And on the right hand side you have some force raised to, I don't know, let's say alpha, and length raised to, let's say beta, and time raised to, let's say gamma. What is force? Kg meter per second square. That means mass raised to 1, length raised to 1 meter per second square, t raised to -2, whole raised to alpha, L raised to beta, t raised to gamma. Quickly, let's do this. Let's do this very quickly. So this will become m raised to alpha, L raised to alpha, t raised to -2 alpha, but L is also raised to beta over here, so it will be alpha plus beta. Time is raised to also gamma over here, so plus gamma. All right, so this is m raised to 1, L raised to -3. Now you just have to compare. Just compare the mass terms over here. So alpha is equal to 1, done. Okay, next thing that you will compare the length terms. Compare the length terms. So -3 is equal to alpha plus beta, but alpha is equal to 1. So therefore beta is equal to -4. So that means the power of what is this? Length is -4. Guys, there is only one option like that where the power of length is -4. You can see that the power of length is -4. Alpha is 1. That means the power of force is 1. You can see that over here. And you will automatically get gamma as well. It's not a big task because this power should be 0. So -2 alpha plus gamma should be 0. There is no time over here. So gamma will be 2 alpha. That means it is 2. So you can see times power is also 2. Hence option A is correct. Done. Excellent. Very good. Okay. I hope this is clear. Okay. Very good. So dimensional analysis, standard type of problems, guys. These are standard questions where you equate the dimensions on both the sides, compare them and get it. This should be done within 1 minute. I know I have been explaining this, so I will obviously take more than a minute to explain this to you properly. But yes, if I was doing this in rough, I will do it within 30 seconds or so. Okay, chalo, let's get moving to the next question. Gear up, guys. Coming up on your screen right now. Errors and measurement, volume. Yes, this is also very direct standard question. You should be able to do it within 30, max 40 seconds. Let's see how many of my warriors can do this. Janvi says, yes, oh. Yo, come on, my warriors. Yes, definitely Rasila Noruddin, don't worry, bacha. I will always be there for your motivation. Yep. The error in the measurement of length and radius are so and so. What is the maximum percentage error in its volume? Are you sure, guys? It is 3. Some of you are saying C, some of you are saying A, some of you are also saying B. Interesting. Looks like. Yes, Neha, I am from Maharashtra. I am from Pune. Puneri Manus. Kasakai Barahai. Amchi Pune. Yep. Alright. But right now I'm in Bangalore. I'm in Namma Bangalore. I came from Amchi Pune to Namma Bangalore. Alright. So let's get going. The error in the measurement is how much? Well, volume is pi r square into h. Right? Pi r square into the height or whatever the length. So, error formula. The formula is like this. Write everything in powers. Pi is a constant, ignore. R raised to 2, h raised to 1. Okay, that's how it is. Now, the relative error in the volume will be ignore constants. The power will come over here, the modulus value, into relative error of that quantity. Plus, the power will come over here, the modulus of it, into the relative error as it is. Now, if you write everything in percentage, that is also okay because you are multiplying by 100 on all the sides. So, the percentage error in volume will be nothing but 2 into percentage error in radius. The radius has a percentage error of 0.5 and the percentage error in height, well, that's 2. So 1 plus 2, that's going to be 3%, and hence the answer will be A. Beautiful, amazingo. Excellent. Yep. Now let me also warn you over here. Let me tell you, sometimes you might have things like let's say kinetic energy is P square by 2m. Everybody knows this formula. Kinetic energy is P square by 2m. If they give you error in mass and momentum and ask you to find the error in kinetic energy, then first of all write it like this. P square, half is a constant, m take it on the top, write it as -1. And then when you write it in the error form, understand the relative error in kinetic energy, ignore the constant, the power of momentum is 2. So 2 times modulus, 2 delta P by P plus, always take the modulus of -1, delta M by M. This is how it works. So it will become 2 delta P by P plus delta M by M. So always the negative powers have to be made positive. Okay, clear. Very good, very good. Nice to know, Neha, you too are from Maharashtra, bacha. Excellent. But at the end of the day, we are all from India. Alright, let's get going to the next question. Coming up on your screen, the number of significant figures in this area of 7.46 into 10 to the power 4, 20-second question. Zayed, come on, bacha. Little bit late, but join in. You have missed few questions. There are 50 plus super duper questions. Sushil from Aurangabad, Maharashtra. Very good. D for sure. Are you guys sure about it? Absolutely. Alrighty, excellent, guys. The powers of 10 do not matter. Always ignore this. Ignore this. Just ignore this. Very good. So count this. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Guys, how many significant figures are there in 7.460? How many significant figures are there in 7.460? Please tell me, guys. Yes, the correct answer is D for that previous one. Oh my God, now people are going to get confused. Let's see what are students saying, 4 or 3. Guys, now it has 4. The 0, okay, the 0 after a decimal is significant. Remember this rule, okay? The 0 after a decimal is significant. If you guys want all the rules, I'll tell you there is a simple way of doing it. If you want any chapters PDF notes from me, do you want that? Well, I'll tell you an easy way to do that. All you need to do is, if you go to Enthuse channel, all right, if you go to playlists, I'll tell you where you can download. You don't even have to watch any video. I'm not even telling you to watch any video. You can download the PDF of notes, everything, all the rules, etc. Go to the physics section. You will see there is a physics section in the Enthuse channel, and there are these playlists: units and dimensions, vectors, 1D kinematics, 2D motion, relative motion, Newton's laws, magnetism, capacitors, whatever. So for example, let's say I want, what is that? Units and dimensions are error. All right. So you can see the playlists out here. Units and dimensions, significant figures, for example. Oh, that's me, long time back. This is how I looked. I don't know how much I have changed. Okay, so you can go over here, and there you see the session PDF. That's the session PDF. You can download it. That's how it looks like. And yep. So you can get all the important rules, whatever you want to. Okay, so like, see the rules of rounding off, everything I have given it. Okay, it's there in the PDF. It's all there. Rules for determining significant figures, everything is there. You can just download it if you want to, in case you want it for any specific chapter. All right. So let's get going to the next one. Okay, cool. Yes, Apur, the rules for rounding off will be same, right, bacha, for JEE and NEET? How can it change? Newton's laws will be F is equal to ma in JEE. In NEET, it won't be F is equal to pa, right? For sure. In commerce, it won't be F is equal to dada, and then in, I don't know, in arts, it will become F is equal to hey sis. I don't know, ma, pa, sis, bro. I don't know, what will it become? So, okay, let's get going to the next question coming up on your screen. A stone falling under gravity. A stone falling under gravity. It covers distance h1, h2, h3 in the first 5 seconds, next 5 seconds, and the next 5 seconds respectively. The relation, rishta between h1, h2, h3 is, come on guys, very good. Come on my warriors, figure this out. Come on my warriors, figure this out. C, sure. Okay, standard result, everybody should know. Yes, the correct answer is C, my warriors. Excellent. When equal, remember this very important rule, when equal time intervals are there, when starting from rest and you accelerate, then remember the displacements are in the ratio of, okay, the displacements are in the ratio of 1:3:5. So think about it, this h2 will be, if this is h1, this will be 3 times of h1, and h3, the third displacement, will be nothing but 5 times of h1. If this is x, this is 3x, this is 5x. This is 5 times of this one. So you can clearly see from here, this relationship holds true, not this one. Yeah, correct. Now, how you can also use this, guys, I have seen one question. Okay, I'll tell you what. There was one question where there is a block over here, okay, and there is a bullet which enters inside. There is a bullet which enters inside the block. It decelerates and it stops. And it was given in the question. That it travels 3 centimeters inside, and the velocity becomes half. If the velocity was u, it becomes half. How much more does it travel? Before the velocity becomes 0? This was what was asked. Now I'll tell you what, you can use this 1:3:5:7 trick over here. How you can use this 1:3:5:7 trick? Reverse this entire scenario. Instead of the bullet entering this block and stopping, reverse it. Assume it is starting from rest. Somebody has taken a video of that and playing it in reverse. It starts from rest and accelerates like this. Now from 0 to u by 2, that will be some time interval, and from u by 2 to u is also the same time interval. Everybody agrees? Because the change in the velocity is same, the time interval is also the same. Now if time interval is same, my warriors, think about it, then the displacements are in the ratio of 1:3:5:7. The displacements are in the ratio of 1:3:5:7 and continued like that. So if this is 1, this will be 3, next will be 5. So if this is 3, obviously this will be 1. So this is directly 1 centimeter. You can directly mark it. Alright, clear? So that's the trick. That's the trick. Always remember 1:3:5:7. Odd numbers. That is the displacement in equal time intervals only when acceleration is constant starting from rest. Keep this in mind. Alright, moving on to the next question coming up on your screen. There is a projectile fired. This is 40-50 seconds question. 40-50 second question. A projectile is fired with velocity u at an angle of theta with the ground. At some instant during the motion, the velocity makes angle alpha with the horizontal direction. The speed of the particle at this time will be. Interesting. Very interesting question. Alright, looks like we have very smart people over here. Nisha was the first one to answer, then JBF, then Subarna. Shruti is on fire. JBF, very good, very good, very good. Reshma, Nisha, Sushil, Shikha, very good. Neha, very good. Satish, Ashwin, Brunal, Zayed, hello. Alright, excellent. So the rule that we need to use over here is that in a projectile motion, if you throw it with some velocity u at an angle theta at some other instant, okay, let's say the velocity is v and makes an angle alpha, keep this in mind that the acceleration due to gravity is only downwards. There is no acceleration in the x direction. That means the velocity in x direction should be constant. That means this velocity, which will be u cos theta, should be exactly equal to v cos alpha. Now if these two gentlemen are equal, clearly you can see v is nothing but u cos theta divided by, you can bring that cos alpha from there below, so it will become cos alpha below, which is nothing but sec alpha. So hence this should be the option. Correcto. That's it. So it's just based on the concept of horizontal velocity being equal, because there is no acceleration in the x direction, because the acceleration due to gravity is only going to act downward. That's it. It makes it very simple. No need of energy conservation, no need of kinematics. So that's the trick you should use. Keep this in mind. All right, next question coming up on your screen. And yes, the answer was A, like we saw. Yes, today morning you solved very good. Correcto, excelente. Next question coming up on your screen. NEET 2020. A ball is thrown vertically down with speed of 20 from the top of the tower. It hits the ground after some time and with a speed of 80. The height of the tower, okay, direct question, 40 to 50 seconds, not more than that. Come on, my warriors. Direct use of kinematic equations, you should be able to do it within 50 seconds, I hope, not more than that. Waiting for all your answers. Interesting. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Let's see. Some of you are saying A, some of you are saying B. Confused between A and B both. Okay, sure, A or B. Looks like half of them are wrong, half of you are correct. Now let's see what is the correct answer. All right, so the correct answer is actually B, and yes, half of you were right actually. So what happens is you're throwing the ball down with speed of 20, how much is it? 20 meters per second, and it comes down by a height of how much? What is the height of the tower? Oh, we have to figure out what is the height of the tower, and the velocity at the bottom is 80 meters per second. All right, so I think we should use v square is u square plus 2as and take the downward direction as positive. Take the downward as positive. So v is 80. Oh, sorry, it was 80 square. Was it this? Yes. V square is equal to u square plus 2s, 80 square plus u is nothing but 20 square plus 2 into acceleration, that's 10, and into displacement. So now take this guy over here, so 80 square, it is nothing but 6400 minus 20 square, which is 400, is equal to 20 into s. One of these zeros will go and you will have 600 is equal to 2s, therefore s is equal to 300 meters. That's the answer, which is option B. Yep, that's it. Very good, very good. Excellent. Harsha has also put up the solution out. Very good. Very good, Pallavi. Very good, Anishka. Finally got it. Jasmine. Excellent, Mitali. Very good. Yes, this will be the level of NEET. Yep. Now I'll tell you guys, I'll tell you one interesting trend what I noticed. Okay, what is the trend I noticed? You know, and what NTA has done, you know, in J, probably most of the things might also get applied for NEET as well, because at the end of the day, NTA only is making all these questions. Many questions were, you know, from the standard type. Most of the questions, most of the questions were from the standard type. In February, March and the July attempt, most of them are easy and formula based, and some of them were also concept or definition or fact or theory based. Direct questions were there, like there were questions of what is the focal length of this lens, or whether it is positive or negative, those kind of questions, or you know, in semiconductor what is the energy gap, or you know, things like in this collision what happens, whether energy is lost or not lost. So pretty much direct questions, formula based questions were also there. And you know, they have not given very difficult questions like they used to do previously. The reason for that, who is to be blamed? Why are the question levels easy, standard, and you know, much simpler? There is only one person or many people to be blamed, and that is this person. Who is this person, guys? Please tell me. Yeah, who is this person? This is the person to be blamed. Is this how the person looks like? Identify. Who is this? Damsheras. Come on. Yeah. So this is the person to be blamed. Okay. So they, though that many of the students were not able to attend classes, many of the students were unable to, you know, concentrate properly, and you know, the whole you know, coaching or the whole studies were affected, even physically or mentally. So I think they have lowered the level. So now the whole focus is on speed, accuracy, and not doing those silly mistakes. So if you are doing a lot of questions, variety of questions, that's it. You should be able to do it. So you should do all kinds of problems. Standard problems should be done. You will be able to crack it. Yep. So there will be theory based, there will be some conceptual based questions also, but you know, it won't, many of the questions will be easy, doable. Very few questions will be very tough is what my expectation is. Okay, I'm not saying that's what it is. Obviously I'm not NTA, but this is what my expectation is, and this is what I'm guessing. Okay, my god, somebody is also telling ACE2 receptors. Zayed, good man, good. Okay, let's not talk bio right now, let's go into physics. A particle is dropped from a height and another particle is projected horizontally with speed from the same height, then the correct statement is. Very interesting. Very interesting. What will happen, guys? Where to get standard questions, Human? In our you know, crash course, we give assignments. That assignments has all the kinds of standard questions. Okay, apart from the standard, some unconventional questions are also there. But if you want to do all practice of all the standard questions, then download all these assignments which you get in the crash course plus the mock test. Trust me, most of it will be done. 90% of the questions will be done by you. Yeah, more than 90%, but I'm just telling you a number. Okay, C, very good. So the reason for this answer to be C is because when you drop a particle and when you throw a particle like this, both the times for hitting the ground will be same, irrespective of what the speed is. Reason is, for both of them, the velocity in the y direction is 0. Initial y velocity is 0 because one is dropped and the second one is thrown horizontally. So that's initial velocity 0, acceleration is g only, and the displacement in the y direction is h. In the y direction it's h. So hence the time period or the time for falling will also be the same. That's the simple way of looking at it. Okay, let's get going to the next one. Interesting, probably 1 minute or more. This is going to be interesting. This is conceptual based. Okay, there is a stone which is dropped from some height. If you want, I'll just draw the diagram. Okay, there is a stone which is dropped from some height of 45 meters. Acha, this is nothing but 45 meters, okay, from the ground. And there is wind also which is blowing, and the wind is blowing at 10 meters per second square. So the wind is pushing it at 10 meter per second square this way, and the stone is also falling down. Acceleration due to gravity is also 10 meter per second square. The question is, what is the time taken by the stone to reach the ground, and what is the net horizontal displacement of the stone? Come on, let's see how many of you can do this. Very interesting question, guys. Some of you are saying B. I'm not sure, maybe, may not be. What is the range and what is the time taken for the stone to fall on the ground? Very interesting question, guys. Come on, my warriors, figure this out. It's very simple. It's not that difficult. Trust me on this. Akshaya, if you just read, no book, even if you read any book, you will never get it. Only when you solve something, then you will get it. But I feel just MTG, NCERT at your fingertips will not be sufficient. You need to do something more, and that's why I recommend the assignments and the modules which you get in the crash course. And if you already are into some coaching, and if you're happy with that, then please use the coaching material. Okay, just use that coaching material. Make sure you have solved that material properly. All right, so I'll tell you what, both the accelerations are same coincidentally. This is also 10, that is also 10. This starts from rest, so the total acceleration will be here, and because the total acceleration is here, it will go in a straight line. Remember that. Why will it not go in a curved line? Because the acceleration in x and acceleration in y is same. So the net acceleration will be at 45 degrees. So that acceleration will make sure that the particle accelerates along that line rectilinearly. So it will go in a straight line and hit over there. Now it's very simple. Just concentrate in the y direction. In the y direction, what is the displacement? 45. So use S is ut plus half at square. Sy is uyt plus half ayt square. So Sy is 45, u is 0 because it is dropped. Acceleration, that's 10 into t square. So t square is nothing but 45 into 2 divided by 10. That's 90 by 10, which is nothing but 9. So time is 3 seconds. That's the first answer. Correct? Next, for the x direction, use horizontal motion. Again, S is ut plus half at square. Sx is uxt plus half into acceleration in x into t square. Sx is what I need to find out, which is the range. Ux is 0 because it is dropped, plus half into acceleration in the x direction, that's 10. Time, use it from here because it stays in air for how many seconds? 3 seconds. So this will be 3 square. So this will be 5 into 9, which is 45 meters. So that's the answer. Yes. So, yep, guys, answer is A. Many of you told B. I'm not sure why you guys told B. Yep, it will be A. Many of you made a mistake out there. Yes. Yeah, many of you made the mistake earlier. So I think after some time you guys got the answer. Many of you corrected it also. Very good. So understanding the mistake and understanding the concept is very important. All right. Let's get going to the next question coming up on your screen. Derivatives. I know many of you are scared, bacha log, but do it. Okay. NEET 2020 question, but it is very important. Hint, chain rule will be required because velocity is a function of x. If velocity was a function of time, you don't need chain rule. Here you are going to need chain rule. So hint is use the chain rule. Come on, my warriors, figure this out. No problem. Don't be sorry, Shavana. It's okay. You're students. You're allowed to make mistakes, but you shouldn't repeat those mistakes. All right. Many of you are confused between A and B. Let's try this out. See, if velocity was t square, then, you know, what is it? What do we have to find? Find the acceleration. Yeah, acceleration, which is dv by dt, I can quickly do, this is nothing but derivative of t square, which is nothing but 2t. I can easily do derivative of t square with respect to time. But when it is a function of x, I need to be very careful. So first of all, this is velocity, I need acceleration, which is by definition dv by dt. That means I'll just write it as d by dt of this beta, it's a constant anyways, it is going to come outside, x raised to minus 2n. That's what I'm going to get. Now, remember one thing, I cannot take the derivative of x with respect to time, so use chain rule. What is chain rule at the end of the day? It's dividing and multiplying with the same variables, so effectively you're not doing anything, it's just cancelling out. But it helps us solve the problem. Observe how. So d into x raised to minus 2n divided by dx. So you multiply it with dx also and divided by dt, because dt was anyways there. You can see dx cancels, so that is called as a chain rule. Now I can perform this operation at ease. So beta into derivative of x raised to minus 2n, x raised to n's derivative, guys. So what you need to do is that power will come outside, so minus 2n is outside, and derivative of any number will be x raised to n minus 1. So that will be nothing but x raised to minus 2n minus 1. Alright, done. Dx by dt, wait a minute, dx by dt is velocity. Dx by dt, actually speaking, is nothing but the velocity, which I already know. So just substitute this velocity, which is nothing but beta into x raised to minus 2n. That's it. Now you just rearrange it. So you are going to get minus, and you'll have 2n over here, beta into beta, beta square, and into x raised to, add the powers, minus 2n minus 1 minus 2n. So minus 4n minus 1, which is option A, I believe. Just check this out. Yep, option A. Correct. Got it, everyone? This is how you need to use chain rule. Don't be scared or afraid of it. See, I'll give you a trick. When you have position, velocity and acceleration, and you want to go from here to here, then you use derivative, dx by dt, dv by dt. But this is provided x is a function of time, velocity is a function of time, acceleration is function of time. The moment they are not functions of time, use chain rule. So this is very important, particularly dv by dt is dv by dx into dx by dt. This is nothing but dv by dx into v. So this rule, which is acceleration, dv by dt is acceleration, is dv by dx into v, is particularly very useful at times. Okay, this is what we have done over here. All right, let's get moving to the next one coming up on your screen. Yes, the answer was A. All right, there is a ship. There is a ship which is moving westwards. Very important question. They have asked these kind of relative, motion problems, shortest distance. Till now, people used to think these kind of questions can only come in JEE, but last year they have given these kind of questions in NEET as well. So the question is, after what time will the distance between them become the shortest? Very standard question. I'll tell you how to solve it, because many people get confused over here. Say, whenever an object is traveling and you are basically at rest, then the shortest distance between that object and you is when you drop a perpendicular on the path of the particle. That is the concept you should use. Now over here, ship A is moving west and ship B, which is the south of A, is moving towards the north. That means ship A is over here and it is moving towards the west with a speed of 10 kilometers per hour. And to the south of it, how much distance? I think probably it's given somewhere. Yeah, 100 kilometers. This is 100 kilometers. So to the south of it, you have a ship B, and that is moving at 10 kilometers per hour. That's what it is. When both of them are moving, make sure that you bring one of them at rest. How do you bring one of them at rest? Well, only then you can find the shortest distance. It's simple. Let's say I want to bring B at rest. So velocity of A with respect to B will be VA minus VB. Standard rule for relative motion. Standard rule. So what is VA? Check this out. What is VA? VA is minus 10 I cap. And what is VB? Well, that's 10 J cap. So that is velocity of A with respect to B in kilometers per hour. Now you redraw the diagram. Because this is A's velocity with respect to B, make sure you put B at rest. Make sure you make B at rest. And once you have B guy at rest, then at a distance of 100 kilometers, show your object A, but it has velocity minus 10, minus 10. So it should be like this. This is how VAB will look like. Everybody agrees to that? And what would be the magnitude of that? The magnitude of that, think about it. If I ask you what is the magnitude of this, the magnitude of this will be nothing but 10 root 2 kilometers per hour. So that's what the magnitude will be. Correct? The magnitude will be 10 root 2 kilometers per hour. Now, here is the last thing that you need to do. Extend this line. This is the path. Okay, so this is the path taken by A. Where is that? This is A. With respect to B at rest, just drop a perpendicular. Okay, just make sure that you drop a perpendicular. Now, think this is the shortest distance. This is the minimum distance that you will get. How much will this length be? How much will this length be? Think about it. If this is 100, this is becoming the hypotenuse of this triangle. And if I call this point C, obviously this distance AC, won't it be 100 by root 2? And if you still don't believe me, it's okay. I'll tell you what, AC square plus BC square is nothing but 100 square by Pythagoras. But AC and BC both are equal. AC and BC both are equal. Why? Because both these angles are 45 degrees. It's an isosceles triangle. So it will become 2AC square is equal to 100 square. So AC will become 100 by root 2. Once I get this distance AC, this AC distance is velocity multiplied by time. What is the velocity? Well, that's 10 root 2 time t is equal to 100 by root 2. Now, this 0 goes. So time will become 10 by 2, which is nothing but 5. But this will be in hours. So this is the answer. Now please don't take 5 hours to solve this. You should solve this really quick. I explained this in detail. Reason is many people don't know how to solve this and they are not confident about these kind of questions. This will decide whether you are a topper or whether you are going to get 150 plus or not. This will be the kind of question. So that's why it's very important you solve this. So when you solve these kind of questions at least 2-3 times, then in the exam you won't be surprised. Don't think, Acha, I have seen Sir's class, now I know how to solve it. No. It won't work. You have to go back and make sure that you solve these kind of questions. That's what is there in the assignments or your coaching material or the mock tests or whatever books you have. Just make sure you solve these kind of questions. All right? Cool? Yeah, already I can see some people disappointed, some people wondering and looking here and there and like, oh my God, really? Yes, guys, that's what it needs. I mean, come on, it's not a joke, right? It's not a joke to get 180, 170 marks in physics for NEET students. So, you have to work so much and plus you have 45 questions. So that's why I say, I think Vani ma'am also would have told you this, bio and botany, zoology, all of that, you should try to complete it as soon as possible. Chemistry also you can do as soon as possible. The toppers will always tell you this, they take almost 1 hour or more to solve physics paper. They will first get done with all that, regular subjects, physics. First they'll get rid of bio and all of that, then chemistry and maybe sometimes physics. So make sure you do that. And trust me, it is possible if you give that time. So practice the same, time strategies in your mock test. That will help you. Okay, next question. All right, for a particle moving in 2D, which is true? Come on, straightforward, conceptual question this is. Sankari, for the rules, I'll just tell you, 1 second. Okay, What do you think? Sushil saying B. Interesting. Pujita, while I can give you the shortcut, but the problem is it will involve vector algebra and that will lead to even more confusion. There are formulas, but that is with vectors and all of that, you'll get more confused for the previous question. Okay, so it's better to do it like this. Trust me, with 3-4 problems of practice, you will start doing this problem within 30 seconds to 50 seconds, not more than that. Yes, believe me. Okay, many of you are saying A. Excellente. Finally, you got it. See guys, you can relate this with projectile motion. At the topmost point, the velocity is here. Here, the velocity is like this, and at this point, the velocity is here. But here, you can see the acceleration is downwards. Here it is this way, and here it is this way. Here this is 90 degrees, this is obtuse, and this is acute. Here the velocity is actually decreasing. It is decreasing. Here the velocity is increasing. And here, if velocity is perpendicular, you can think in circular motion what happens when velocity is perpendicular? It becomes constant. Remember that? So when acceleration is perpendicular to velocity, speed doesn't change at that point. So, the speed was decreasing. It became constant for a brief time, and then again it, increases. So all the other options are exactly opposite. When acceleration makes acute angle, you can see when it makes acute angle, the velocity will increase. Okay, it says decreases. This is wrong. This is also wrong. Okay. Now, somebody was asking regarding sign convention. Let me tell you guys. Let's say you throw an object like this and it goes up and comes down like that. Okay. Let's say this was thrown with 10 meters per second, and let's say this height was, let's say, 50 meters, and acceleration due to gravity is, let's say, 10 meters per second square. Now, for example, Aditi, see, for this one, no, just think of uniform circular motion. In uniform circular motion, velocity is always perpendicular to acceleration, bacha, and that's why the speed is constant. But in projectile motion, speed decreases and increases. So that's why, we can see the velocity and acceleration always make different angles. And if you just take the example of projectile motion, you will see that both these options are wrong. Okay, you will see that. Okay, now coming back to this, if I had to use S is ut plus half at square, for example, see, it depends on your sign convention completely. If somebody takes this upward direction as positive, okay, then for him the displacement will be negative. It will be minus 50. Initial velocity will be 10, time is t, plus acceleration is downwards. Assumed direction is upwards. So acceleration will be minus 10 into t square. This is according to this sign convention. Similarly, if somebody says, no, I want to take downward direction as positive, for him, the displacement is downwards and that is positive. It will be plus 50 is equal to, initial velocity is up, opposite to the assumed. So minus 10t plus acceleration will be positive because g is downwards. So it is 10 into t square. Do you see what are these two equations? They are actually the same thing. Thank you, Zad. Thank you, Mala. All right, Shiva Sartmi. So do you see what is same in both these equations? It's actually the same thing. It's just multiplied with minus 1. So a lot of people ask me, sir, is the value of g positive or negative? I tell them, nobody knows. I mean, like g, you take it as 10. You assume it to be positive or negative depending on whatever is your sign convention. Upwards is positive or downwards is positive. It depends completely on your coordinate system. I hope that makes sense. Alright. So never ever get confused whether velocity, acceleration, etc. is positive. Make sure you show the diagram. So the key, remember, always, I keep telling this to all my students again and again, diagrams are very important for solving problems in the rough work. Very important, and always show what is given, what is asked, and very important, if something's direction or something is unknown, assume it in the worst case. If something is unknown, Do not show the best case, always show the worst case. Like for example, if they tell you there is a triangle, okay, and there is a triangular wedge or something like that, then never show an equilateral triangle, because then you will get some special case or some assumed criteria which might not be true every time. Always show, whenever they ask you to show a triangle, always show the worst triangle. When they ask you to show a quadrilateral, never show a square. Always show something like this probably, which is a quadrilateral. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say over here. Whenever something is not known, always try to think about the worst possible scenario. Only then you will get to the correct conclusion, or else you'll miss some and you'll think about some special case over there. Okay, oops, this was not supposed to be shown. Oh, anyways, okay, going ahead. All right, great. So why minus 50, Mohammed? The reason why it is minus 50 is because, you know, initial position is on the top, final position is here. What is displacement? Initial to final position, that's the arrow mark. That's the arrow mark. That's it. Yep. Okay. Chalo. Swimming wala question. Come on, guys. Let me see how many of you can get this very quickly. The speed of the swimmer in still water is this much. Speed of the river is this much. The flowing, it is flowing due east. If it's standing on the south bank, wants to cross in the shortest path, which direction should he make the strokes with respect to the north? All right, come on. Akshaya asking, what is my age? My age, very, very interesting. Nobody knows. Even I don't know. I've forgotten, man. I don't know. Maybe 200 years. Yeah. I don't know. All right. A lot of you are saying A, C. Okay. I'll tell you what. You guys made a mistake. Many of you made a mistake. Let me tell you what mistake you made. First, draw the diagram. What did I just tell you? Draw diagrams. Okay. So this is my river. The speed of the swimmer in the still water, blah, blah, blah. River is moving east. Okay. So that is north, east, west, south. Okay. Everybody knows that. So the river is going this way. How much speed is it moving? It's moving with 10 meters per second. The person wants to, he's on the south bank. This is the south bank. This is the north bank. And he wants to cross the river in the shortest path. That means he will aim over here. He will aim like this with a speed of 20 meters per second. But he will end up going like this. This will be the resultant. This is the resultant motion. So now this is very, very obvious. If this is theta, what will be, oops, I don't need tan, that's opposite by hypotenuse. So that's sine theta. So sine of theta will be 10 divided by 20, 0, 0 goes. So obviously theta is 30 degrees. But 30 degrees with what? North direction. So that's nothing but 30 degrees west of north with respect to north. That's the answer. Many of you said B. I don't know why you said 0 degrees west. Yep. I hope this is clear. All right. Chalo. Let's get going to the next question coming up on your screen. Beautiful question. Yes, Mrunal, correct. Oh, yes, Aditya. Very good, glorious Mary. All right. A was correct. Come on. A rope of certain mass, you should be able to solve this within 40 seconds to 30 seconds. 10 Newton here, 50 Newton here. What is the tension at the midpoint? Come on, my warriors, figure this out. What is the tension at the midpoint? Come on. 60, 0, 40, 30. 60, 0, 40, 30. Come on, my warriors. Mala says nice. Okay. Sure. C, D, 0, 40, 50. Okay. Okay. Cool. So the correct answer, I'll tell you what he should do. Whenever, I'll tell you a trick. The trick is, whenever you pull a rope from both sides, the tension will linearly increase like this. It will be 10 over here, it will be 50 over here, it will linear increase. So at the midpoint, think what should be the value? At the midpoint, they have asked at the midpoint, what should be the value? Guys, it will be the average, right, of both of them. Yeah, that's it, that's the trick. That's it. So what should be the answer? What is this value? This is the average. What is exactly between 50 and 10? What is exactly between 50 and 10? Well, white devil, sure, you can stop me there. All right, yes, so that is 30 Newton. Done, done. Now, next question, let's say I tell you, this is not there, 0 force. And from here, 30 Newton force is applied. Then what is the tension at the midpoint? Come on, my warriors, answer this in the chat box. What is the tension at the midpoint? Quickly answer this. Quickly answer. Let's see whether you understood this concept. 15. Very good. I hope it is nobody's age. Yes, it is 15 Newton, which is the average. Excellent. Last question to see whether you understood it. You pull this by 20 Newton here and 20 Newton here. Then what is the tension at the midpoint? Come on, my warriors, figure this out. At the midpoint, 20, 20. What is the tension at the midpoint? Come on, my warriors. 0. Who is that 0? No, it is not 0. It is not 0. It is 20. Yes, it is 20. Average of 20 and 20, guys, it is 20. Don't say it is 0. It is 20 Newton. That's stupid. Okay, it's not 0. It's 20 Newton. All right. Why? Arey, come on, think. If you pull 20 Newton here, 20 Newton here, yes, the force cancels out. Do you think the string won't be in tanav, tension? Obviously, just think somebody is pulling. Okay, just imagine Pandu is there. Pandu is being pulled from here, 20 Newton, and he's also being pulled from here, 20 Newton. If you tell Pandu, hey, the tension in you is 0, he will slap you. He'll first take out that hand and he will slap you. He'll be like, what nonsense? I've been pulled from both sides. Yes, the net force on me is 0, does not mean the tanav, tension is 0. Understand that. All right. Yeah, the tightness, the stretching force is not 0. It was 20. Yeah. Okay, great. If asked at a certain length, then use linear function, Sankari. Just use linear function. All right. At this much, it is this much. At this much, how much? Marwadi method. Like if you go to I call it Marwadi method because, you know, most of the shopkeepers, they are very quick with calculations. एक बिस्किट का 15 रुपए, 5 बिस्किट का कितना? हाँ, 5 into 15, yes, 75. So they are very quick with these calculations. If it was at 1/4, they will think, acha. Basically, you divide it into 4 parts. Per part, how much is the increase? And accordingly, you can calculate it. See, it's very simple. What you need to do is, at this point, x is equal to 0, it was 10 Newton. At x is equal to L, it was 50 Newton. Then at x is equal to any point x, how many newtons will it be? That's a linear function. Yeah, straight line. That's all. So you can do that if you want to do it by maths, or you can also do it by how much is the increase in every 1/4 of the part. If it is asked at every 1/4, you can think, guys, the difference between 50 and 10, how much it is? 40. The difference between 50 and 10, how much it is? 40 Newton. Now divide 40 into 4 parts. Divide 40 into 4 parts. 10 Newton, 10 Newton, 10 Newton, 10 Newton. So over here, it will be 10 plus 10. That will be 20 Newton. Over here, it will be 10 plus 10 plus 10. That will be 30 Newton. Over here, it will be 10 plus 10 plus 10. That will be 40 Newton. So you can see it's a linear increase. That's how it works. Okay. So it's just linear. Iske liye itna, uske liye kitna. That's all. Great. Okay. Let's move on to the, okay. I don't know why some random questions are coming and with the answers, but anyways. Now, which of the following statements is correct? Which of the following statements is correct? Come on, my warriors, figure this out. Which of the following statements is correct? Frictional force opposes relative motion. Limiting value of static friction is directly proportional to normal reaction. Rolling friction is smaller than sliding friction. Coefficient of sliding friction has dimensions of length. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Be careful. Incorrect bola hai. Come on, come on, come on, come on, my warriors. Okay, BD. Oops. I hope I don't get banned because I'm saying BD together. Okay, I didn't mean that. All right. So the correct answer is D, and that is incorrect. So B is correct, guys. Limiting value of static friction is directly proportional to normal reaction. This is nothing but Fs max is mu n. Isn't Fs max proportional to normal? In fact, this is that constant of proportionality. So this is actually correct. Frictional force opposes relative motion. Yes. If a body is moving here, frictional force will be here. It is opposing it. Rolling friction. Yes. That friction which comes in rolling is less than the kinetic friction most of the times. And then coefficient of sliding friction has dimensions of length. Wrong. It is in fact dimensionless. That's the answer. Yep. Cool. Excellent. Let's get moving to the next question coming up on your screen now. Come on, my warriors. A plank with a box on it at one end is gradually raised about the other end. Now this is very interesting. You will take 1 minute. But if you are smart enough, you will choose the options carefully and you will get it within probably 1 minute also. The box starts to slip and slides 4 meters down the plank in 4 seconds. What are the coefficients of static as well as, kinetic friction? Let's see how many of you can get this. Let's see how many of you can get this. Come on, my warriors. Okay. Very interesting. Praveen, if you have not studied fluid mechanics till now, but if you have studied other chapters, then do the other chapters. Fluid mechanics, then you can ignore it, provided you have good base or fundamentals in the other chapters like thermo, waves and other things. But if other things are also not up to the mark, then you can quickly study fluid dynamics, viscosity, and maybe little bit of fluid statics. Don't waste your time too much on surface tension because it is a little bit difficult to understand initially, and even flotation takes some time to understand at times. Okay, chalo, let's see this, how to solve. First of all, visualize this as the angle of inclination is increased and reaches 30 degrees. This is nothing but your angle of repose. That's the angle at which everything begins to slide on an inclined plane, and that is tan alpha is nothing but mu s. So that's tan of 30 is mu s. So therefore mu s is 1 by root 3. Now what is the value of root 3? What is the value of root 3, guys? What is the value of root 3? 1.732. Now 1 divided by 1.732, come on, quickly do it. 1 divided by 1.732, quickly let me know. How much is it? Yes. How much is it? Srija already told 1.732. Yes, very good, Munal, Khushi, Veni. 1 divided by that. Yeah. 1 divided by that. Approximately 0.6. Yes, approximately 0.6. Very good. Now, if you are smart enough, you will immediately mark the next answer. Look at this. Where is 0.6? 0.6 is here and here. Obviously, the answer won't be this because mu s and mu k will be same then. Most likely the answer will be this only then, option B. But if you want to solve it, you can do that. There is no problem in that. How will you solve that? Well, it slides 4 meters down the plank in 4 seconds. From this you can find acceleration. S is ut plus half at square. S is ut plus half into acceleration into t square. So therefore acceleration will be 4 into 2 divided by 4 square. One of the 4 goes. So we will get it as 0.5 meters per second square. Now this acceleration, you will have to write it using the free body diagram. See, there will be, there will be mg sine theta over here. There will be mg cos theta over here. There will be normal over here. And there will be friction over here, and there will be acceleration over here. So from that free body diagram, this acceleration will be obviously g sine theta minus the friction's contribution. So you can look at that. It will be mg sine theta minus friction is ma. This is minus mu mg cos theta is equal to ma. Therefore, what will you get? A is equal to g sine theta minus mu cos theta. So use this acceleration over here and then you will get it. G is 10, sine theta is 30. So sine 30, okay, minus mu, I don't know, which is mu k, into cos of 30. So solving this, you will get the value of mu k. That's how you do it. But guys, remember, will you actually do this in the examination? Please let me know in the chat box. No, right? Obviously. Why? Because you want to save time. So once you get this, eliminate the options. That's what they will design the questions for. There will be few questions which will look lengthy, but using some trick, using some analysis by elimination method, you will avoid this calculation. A sincere, very sincere, extra sincere Adarsh Balak will do this. So this is for Adarsh Balak. I hope there is no student named Adarsh. So this is for only Adarsh Balak. Who are you guys? Who are you guys? You are warriors. You are warriors. So warriors know how to fight it. They'll just remove that bazooka and they'll like done, gone, done. You will be conquered. Very good. Chalo, let's get going to the next one. Let's get going to the next one. Here it comes. The upper half of an inclined plane of an inclination theta is perfectly smooth, while the lower half is rough. A block starting from rest at the top of the plane will again come to rest at the bottom if the coefficient of friction between the block and the lower half of the plane is given by. Adarsh Balak means Mohammad Mushin. Just search for Adarsh Balak later on. After the session is over on Google, you'll understand it. Okay, Google Baba. Google Baba will tell you everything. Now please don't ask who is Google Baba. Achha, come on guys, think carefully. This is your theta. This is smooth as butter. This is rough. Come on, figure this out. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. This is rough. This is rough part. Rough as Cato's little beard. Come on, come on, figure this out. U is equal to tan theta. A lot of you are saying D. Come on, come on, come on, come on. A lot of you are saying D. Some of you said C also. Some of you said A also. Interestingo. Interestingo. I'll tell you what. So, this much part is length L, assume. Same distance. Okay, upper half and lower half. It's accelerating and whatever velocity it will get at this point will be the initial velocity for the rough part, and again it will come to rest. So let's call this A1 and let's call this as A2. So accelerate, decelerate. So what is happening? Okay. Now what else is given? The coefficient of friction has been asked. All right. So let me use V square is U square plus 2 into acceleration A1 into L. Now V square will be equal to, what is this acceleration? This acceleration will be G sine theta, I believe. Correct? Because it is smooth, so it will be just G sine theta. Excellent. Now, for the next part, for that rough part, what are you going to do? Observe this. Final velocity is 0. Initial velocity is V square, plus acceleration is negative because it is decelerating. Okay, so I'll just put this as minus, and then 2 into what will that acceleration be? I'll just think about it 1 second. Now this acceleration can be easily figured out by quickly thinking about a free body diagram. If you think about that mass, there will be normal force, there will be mg cos theta here, there will be mg sin theta here, there will be mu n, which is mu mg cos theta here. So the acceleration, quickly you can tell me guys, it will be mu mg cos theta minus mg sin theta. Just check this out. Mu mg cos theta minus mg sin theta divided by m. So can you quickly write this as V square is 2a2L. Therefore V square from here is 2g sine theta into L. This will be 2 into this A2. From the free body diagram, I can write it as mu g cos theta minus g sine theta. Just ignore that m. Why have I ignored that m? Because acceleration divided by mass. So into L. Now you just have to cancel things. What and all you will cancel? 2, 2 gone. L, L also gone. G, G, G. Respect bhi chala gaya. G chala gaya. Okay. So I'll just have sine theta is equal to mu cos theta minus sine theta. So take that sine theta here. So 2 sine theta is equal to mu cos theta. So take that cos below. So you are going to get tan theta, guys. I'll just put it over here. So you're going to get 2 tan theta is equal to mu, which is yes, option D. Option D. Yep. Oh my God, Shiny, तुमने तो मतलब बहुत ही बढ़िया स्टेटमेंट बना दिया यार, मतलब वाह, thank you, thanks. I mean, lots of love and hearts to you. All right, so that's what it is. Probably I should take a screenshot of this and put it somewhere. All right. But sir, it would take more than 1 minute to work this out in the NEET examination. Rakesh, bacha, where will you get that extra 1 minute from? You will get that extra 1 minute from 2013 में होता तो तुम वही बोलते. Not all the questions will be like this. There will be 4 to 5 questions like this. So for those 4 to 5 questions, you have to spend, no? So don't expect all questions to be like that. Maybe some 4 to 5 questions are like this. For that, you might take 10 minutes total. Total 10 minutes ले लो, खत्म, चलेगा. बाकी questions तो तुम फटाफट करोगे ना. And also you have to save time in bio. Please save time over here. Save lot of time over here, as well as chemistry. Organic especially, organic and inorganic में बहुत ज़्यादा time save कर सकते हो तुम. Okay, चलो. That's the answer. Let's get moving to the next one. There is a cord which is wrapped on the pulley. This is within 1 minute wala question. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Think. Chalo, let's see. A cord is wrapped on a pulley. That's a disc of mass m and radius r as shown in the figure to one end of the cord, and a block of mass m is connected on the other side of the rope, and a force of 2 mg is acting here. But in the second case, instead of 2 mg, you have 2m mass. So the question is, if you talk about the angular acceleration of these discs, who has more angular acceleration? This is very conceptual. If you get it, you will get it within 1 minute. Definitely you can get it within 1 minute. Come on, my warriors. Let's see how many of you can do this. Chalo, chalo, jaldi karo. What do you think will be the rishta between the accelerations? How much time we can complete in bio paper, Sanj? So if you have, yeah, probably you can save in each paper. If you divide it into 4 parts, probably in biochemistry and entire bio, or the sections basically, what you should do is try to save 15 minutes from each of the section at least. So totally you will get at least 40 to 50 minutes as extra time from zoology, botany and chemistry combined together. All right, so try to save up 40 to 50 minutes extra is what I would say. Okay, okay? So that's what the logic is. Now I'll tell you what, there is a big difference between 2 mg and just 2m. I'll tell you why. See, when I say the force on the thread is 2 mg, the tension itself is 2 mg. The tension itself is 2 mg. Okay, from here you are getting some another force, that's okay. Left side masses are same, only compare the right side masses. When you write over here, this is 2 mg, remember this tension is less than 2 mg. Reason being 2 mg minus t is equal to 2m into that acceleration. So 2 mg is big, tension is small, that's why this mass will accelerate. So be careful, when there is a mass in between, then the tension will be slightly less than the weight. And that's why you will see the force by which this pulley will be rotated, the tension will be less. Over here, the tension will be equal to 2 mg, so the rotation will be more. Here it will have more tension to rotate it, give it a torque clockwise. Here the tension clockwise torque will be less. So that will be less and this will be more, hence it should be B. Many of you got it. Very good, Zayed. Excellent. Cool. So moving on to the next question. Now I'll give you a trick to solve this within, this was NEET 2014. You can solve this within 20 to 30 seconds. Come on, let's see how many of you can do this. Come on, my warriors. Jasmine saying C already. Mohammed, yes, you can do physics first, but then the problem is, if physics is your most scary subject, then probably you might lose confidence in the paper. So if physics is your strong point, then do it first, but if it is not your strong point, then please do it towards the end or somewhere in the middle when you have gained some confidence. Always the important thing is, in the first 15 minutes to 30 minutes, you have to do only those kind of subjects or problems which you can gain confidence. Yeah, so let's do this question, guys. The trick to solve these kind of pulley problems is open up method. Open this up. Just open it up and make it into one single straight line motion, and what you will see is this will become like this, okay, and this mass will become like this. This will become m1. Now usually the weight acts downwards, correct? So when you open it up, the weight will act towards this side, so this will be m1g. Now there is no role of the pulley, just ignore this part, just ignore. The pulley has no role to play here, the thread is just going on top of it, okay, just forget it. Now m2g will be here, m3g will be also here, so they are not in the direction of motion, correct? There is no force in the direction of motion apart from the weight, so this will be m2g and this will be m3g. Tension, this is internal force now. This will become internal force. Assuming this is my system. What is it? This is my system. Okay, this is my system. So this system will accelerate this way. So what will be the acceleration? It will be the pull minus, alright, the pull minus the opposing force divided by the total mass of the system. What is the pull? Well, that's obvious. That pull is m1g. Oh, but wait a minute, there is friction also, I think. There is friction. So there will be frictional force, which will be mu m2g over here, and there will be also another frictional force, which is mu m3g as well. So both these frictional forces are also there over here. So what are the opposing forces then? It will be mu m2g minus mu m3g. Correct? This whole thing divided by total mass, which is m1 plus m2 plus m3. Now it's clearly mentioned m1, m2, everything are equal. Okay, all the masses are equal, I think. Okay, so if all the masses are equal, this will become g common, 1 minus 2 mu, 1 plus 1 is 3. So that's why the answer should be C. Very good. Very good. So taking all the forces into account, if friction was not there, then this mu mg will not be there. But here I think the friction is present, so that's why you need to account for mu m2g as well and mu m3g as well. Understood? Oh, clear? Yes, Yana Bacha, definitely. Thank you, Khushi Bacha. Yes, morning started with very good concepts. Glad to know that. It makes my day when I read all these things. Next question, guys, coming up on your screen now. Come on. There is a table fan which is rotating. Now I'll tell you one beautiful concept over here. Let's see how if we can do this within few seconds or probably less than 1 minute. There is velocity, angular velocity versus time graph given. The question is, how many revolutions does the fan take till it stops? So it stops at 24 seconds. How many revolutions does it rotate by? Platinum clear. My God. Shiny is really shining. Thank you, Princey Bacha. Okay, come on, figure this out. There is a table fan which is rotating at a speed of 2400 RPM. This is 600. I think that is not very clear. This one is 600. Okay, this one is 600. Okay, this is 8 seconds. This is 24 seconds. How much time how many revolutions does it move before it stops? Chalo, let's do this. So I'll tell you what has to be done. Remember, whenever you had velocity versus time, the area under the graph gave you displacement, right? That was in linear motion, translation motion. But if you have angular velocity versus time, what will it give you? Angular displacement. That's it. So this is exactly that. So you just have to look, this is angular velocity, this is time. So you just need to figure out what is the area of each part. What is the area of each part? You can see there is one triangle here, correct? And probably there is another square over here. You can see that divided into regions, multiple regions. And yeah, this another triangle over here. You can see that. These are the parts in which you can divide it to be. I hope you can see this. And then you can start solving the problem. But be careful. This is in RPM. This is in RPM, guys. So first thing that you need to do is, but the question is itself, how many revolutions does it take before it comes to rest? So one thing I would want you guys to do is, remember one thing, this is rounds per minute, this is seconds. So per minute, convert it into per second. First convert it into seconds. How will you convert it into seconds, my warriors? Tell me. How will you convert it into seconds? What will you do? Think about it. This is number of revolutions per minute. So you have to divide it by 60. Do you understand that? You have to divide it by 60. Very good. So this, if it is per minute, let me just write it over here. And if I want to convert it into RPS, write it as 2400 divided by 60. This also 600 also divided by 60. That's what will happen. Now find out all these three areas and you will get the answer. So the total number of revolutions is area under RPS versus time graph. Area under rounds, revolutions per second versus time graph. So what is the area of this triangle? Think about it. This will be half into base. What is the base? 8 into height. What is the height? This much is the height. Not this much, this much. It is 2400 minus 600. What is 2400 minus 600, guys? Think about it. What is this much? This is nothing but 1800. But obviously you have to divide it by 60. So that's why you will write it as 1800 divided by 60. Okay. Plus area of the square, 8 into this. So it will be 8 multiplied by 600 divided by 60. Plus area of the triangle, which will be half into base. What is the base? Again, observe this carefully. This is 24, this is 8. This will be 16. So what will you get? Half into base into height. What is the height? 600 divided by 60. That's what you will get. Okay, just check this out. Yes, this is for NEET bacha. Okay, this can come. This will be one of the difficult, tough questions which will come for you guys to get 170, 160 marks in physics. So only for, if you want to top the examination, you have to do this. Otherwise, you can leave this kind of question. Okay, so check this out. What is the answer that you're getting? Quickly. Okay, quickly. Are you getting it as 280? Somebody already said it. Who is that? Pujita. And Anshika also said, Shikha also said, very good. Abhishek also said this. Reshma also saying B. Very good, Harsha. Yep, interesting. Very good. So do the calculations quickly. You can see many of the things will get cancelled and you will see the answer is 280. Excellent. Yes, you can divide by 60 as a whole. You can take out many things common. That is maths. That's simple maths. Yeah, you can do everything. Glad to know that, Neha. I'm really glad that you got interest today. This is 20-second question. 20-second question. There is one string of length L and it is connected to a particle of certain mass and the other end is connected to a small peg on a horizontal table. That means you are joining it to a nail. Okay, this is a nail. Okay, and this mass is going in a circular path. The question is, what will be the net force on the particle? towards the center. This is the center, obviously. What is the net force on the particle? It is going in a circular path. Come on, my warriors, figure this out. A, D, interesting. Many people confused. A or D, or maybe it is B, or maybe it is C, I don't know. Somebody also said B. Glad to know that, Mrunal. Okay, so I'll tell you what, when you draw the free body diagram, see, you will show a tension. And many people I have seen, many institutes also do this, they show mv square by r. What nonsense. Mv square by r is not even a force. Please show acceleration, centripetal acceleration. So your Newton's law, what does it say? Net force is mass into acceleration. What is the net force? Tension is mass into v square by r, or whatever that length is. This tension is the net force, which is also called right now as the centripetal force. This is also called as centripetal because it is directed towards the center. mv square by r is not centripetal force. mv square by r is mass into acceleration. ma is not a force. Understand? It's the effect. So lot of people think F is equal to ma. Mass ma is force. Now ma is the value of the force, total force. This is the cause, which is the force, and this is the effect. So this is technically it is in Newton, but actually it is never a force. Remember that. So never show mv square by r. Always show acceleration. It is the effect of the force. Because you applied the force, hence it accelerated. That's what it means. Alright. Let's get going to the next one. Yes, tension is the answer, like we all said. Correct. Okay. Next question. Beautiful question on your screen now. Come on, my warriors. Oh yeah, please like the session, guys. In case you are late or if you have forgotten to smash the like button, please do it right now. And if you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Let's get going to the next question coming up on your screen. Interesting. So you have a thread, you have this mass, and it has some velocity, let's say u. And what happens is it goes like this, and after some time you will see the thread will be like that and the velocity will be here. Very interesting question. The question says the magnitude of the change in its velocity. What does that mean? Magnitude of the change in velocity. That means do not say it is v minus u mod. Wrong. This is not what it is. Remember, this is vector. This is not the same as this. In fact, velocity is there, initial velocity is there, final velocity is here, initial velocity is there. Change in velocity will be final velocity minus initial velocity's modulus. There is difference between this and this. There is a bar symbol there. So think, guys, if final velocity was here, initial velocity was that side, negative of u will be here. This is minus u, this is v. So this resultant is what we are looking for. This is the resultant. This is vector subtraction. So this will be nothing but v square plus u square. Make sense? This is Pythagoras, v square plus u square. Thank you, Neelarajan. Got it? Understood? But the problem is the final answer does not contain v. Acha, I can use that. I can use energy conservation. Conserve energy. You will get it. Very simple, guys. What is the initial energy? Kinetic energy. How much? Half mu square. When it goes on the top, it still has some kinetic energy left, but it also got potential energy. How much? mgl. Gone. So u square is equal to, I think u was initial velocity, right? Okay. U square was equal, or rather u square by 2 is v square by 2 plus gl. So multiplying by 2 on all the sides, what will I get? U square is equal to v square plus 2gl. Therefore, v square is u square minus 2gl. Interesting. Put that v square over here. So it will be u square minus 2gl, and that plus u square is also here. So this will become 2 into u square minus gl. That will be the magnitude of the change velocities square, by the way. Yeah. So that's what it is. So this will be delta V will be root of that 2 into u square minus GL. This was square, guys, because this was a resultant, right? So resultant, hypotenuse square is base square plus height square. So I forgot that square over here, so I just made that modification. So that should be option D, I guess. Yeah, great. Cool. So you have to break the problem into parts, then you'll get it. So very important catch over here. A lot of people make that mistake. Vector subtraction and energy conservation, both concepts over here. This will be a topper problem. So if you want 150 plus, you need to do this problem. Okay, remember that. Okay, let's get going to the next one. Yes, D was the answer. Okay, this is straightforward. This is straightforward. Deepali, can you just do one thing? Can you replay back that part? And if you still don't understand it, leave a comment. I will respond to your doubt, okay, after the session is over. But I'm pretty sure if you just replay it, I'm pretty sure you'll get it. Okay, chalo. Let's do this conical pendulum wala question. And what needs to be done is find the speed of the pendulum in the circular path. This is the pendulum. All right. Now, angle given is 45 degrees with the axis and the radius of the circle is 0.4. Achha, because it is 45 degrees and this radius is given to be how much? 0.4 meter. Interesting. Now, let's see what and all I can do. Achha, I can draw the free body diagram. There will be tension here. There will be mg down. I hope you can see this. And there will be acceleration towards the center. Acceleration towards the center. Now, visualize this in the y-axis. In the y-axis, the only two forces are the tension's vertical component and mg. The tension's vertical component, tension has two components, one in this direction, one in that direction. So the vertical component, can I say it is T? By the way, look at this, guys. If this is tension, okay, just think about it. This is theta, and if this is tension, tension will have two components. This will be theta. So this will be T cos theta, and this will be T sin theta, right? And both of them will be equal to T by root 2. Why will it be equal to T by root 2? Reason is this is 45. Sin 45, cos 45, both are 1 by root 2. So both of them components wise are T by root 2. So in the y direction, T by root 2 should balance with mg in the y direction. Similarly, in the x direction, there is only one force, and that is tension's horizontal component, that's T by root 2. That will be equal to mass into acceleration. What is the acceleration? V square by r. Best part, take T by root 2 from here and put it here, and that will be mg is equal to mv square by r. Mm gets cancelled, and now what do we need? We need the speed, right? So v square is equal to gr. What is g? 10. What is r? 0.4. So what will it become? 4. So what will be v? Root of that. It will be 2 meters per second. That's it. That's the answer. So option D should be correct. Got it, guys? Haditi, काफी सारे क्वेश्चन हो गए बच्चा. Almost probably we will be somewhere in 30s. Yep. Yeah. So now we have to go to work per energy a little bit and center of mass, momentum, rotation. Yeah. And then SHM. All right. Cool. Yeah. So yes, that's the answer. 2 meters per second. Let's get moving to the next question coming up on your screen. Yep. And there we go. Two stones of mass m and 2m are whirled in horizontal circles. The heavier one radius r by 2, lighter one radius r. The tangential speed is n times. It's not a. It is n times more that of the value of the heavier stone, and they experience same centripetal force. Guys, direct formula. Direct formula. You will get it. Thank you, Neha Bacha. Okay, no problem, Aditi. Don't worry. You are going to get the PDF. I am going to make sure you are going to get the PDF. Remember, last time also I gave you the PDF. It was there in the description box, and hopefully it was sent on the Telegram group as well. So you are going to get the PDF for practice later on. So this is for practice. Later on I am going to give you. Don't worry. All right. A lot of you are saying A. So two stones of mass m and 2m. So this is the stone of mass m are whirled in circles. The heavier one is a radius r by 2. So the lighter one is r. Okay. And the heavier one, which is 2m, it has r by 2. and the tangential speed of the lighter stone. The lighter stone has n times the speed of the heavier one. So if the heavier one has V, this will be n times of V. And it is clearly mentioned the centripetal force is same. Okay, the force of centripetal is same in both of them, first case or second case. So in the first case, it will be nothing but m v square by r will be equal to m will be 2m v square, velocity square, by r by 2. M, r and v cancels, so I'll have n square is equal to 2. Everything, m has gone, v has gone, r also has gone. That 2 comes upstairs, so it will become plus 2 on the top. So n will be 2. That should be the answer, which is option A. So draw diagrams. What have I been telling you? Diagrams, very, very, very important. When you draw the diagrams accurately, it becomes very easy to solve. If you just do it, looking at those words, you might miss. You might put r here, you might put r by 2 there, you might put v here. When you draw the diagram, you will never make a mistake. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, the correct answer is A. Next question. Interesting. Sarinatha, don't worry, bacha, I'm going to come again for more sessions. Probably I will try to do electromagnetism Super Duper 50 also very soon. I'll try to do that. Okay, I'm not telling you when, but I'll find time, because J mains is going on. It becomes very difficult for me to manage both the things. I'll try to sneak in some time. Okay, a lot of you don't know what is 1 quintal. 1 quintal is nothing but 100 kg. Okay, now try to do it. Come on. My first answer to this question. Okay, Sushil. Cool. Sushil saying B. Okay. Anisha, welcome aboard. Thank you for all the love, bacha. Welcome to the channel. Join in. And Subarna also saying B. So I'll give you a hint. Power is force into velocity. You'll get it. Just simple calculation. Power is force into velocity. Just do that. Come on. Saundarya also saying B. Monica also saying B. Interesting. Okay. Anavika also saying B. Shrutika. Everyone. Shikha. Neha. Everybody saying B. Kruti. Rohit. Rohit saying A. Kruti. Hello. Welcome. Anisha is giving B with a love. Okay. Zayed saying B. I'll tell you what. See. What is it? The power of the engine is asked. The power of the engine is the frictional force multiplied by the velocity. Power is force into velocity. What will be the engine be doing? It will be working against the frictional force. So that power which is given, it's going against the friction. Now what is the frictional force? Well, frictional force is 0.5 kg force F, be careful, per quintal. Now let's dissect it part by part. 0.5 kgf. Remember, kgf, not that Kannada movie. Kgf is nothing but convert it into Newton by multiplying it by 10. Remember, 1 kgf, that Kannada movie. I hope you have seen it. Maybe the dubbed version at least. People praise it a lot. It's nothing but 1g basically, which is nothing but 10 Newton. That's what it is. So just multiply this by 10. Cool. Next up, per quintal. Now the weight of the train is 10 to the power 7 Newton. So what is the mass of the train? The mass of the train is 10 to the power 7 divided by g, which is 10 to the power 6. This is kg. But remember, 100 kg is 1 quintal. 100 kg is 1 quintal. So how many quintals are there? It's 10 to the power 4 quintals. 10 to the power 4 quintals. Everybody getting it? So if this force is per quintal, so for 10 to the power 4 quintals, this much is the force. Everybody understanding it? Lastly, Rocky Bhai, yes. Okay, last thing over here, uniform speed of 36. How much is 36 kilometers per hour? This is 10 meters per second. So it's all about conversions here. Now remember, all the options have 5, so you cannot eliminate it easily. So you have 5 into this 0.5 into 10 goes off into 10 to the power 5, which is 5 into 10 to the power 2 into 10 to the power 3, which is 500 kilowatt. That's the answer. which is option A. Done, done, done. Oh my god. Yana Shiva saw in Telugu. Interesting. Got it? That's the answer. A. A lot of you said B. I think you missed a 0. That's all. That's the mistake you did. Somewhere you would have missed some 0. Maybe you missed this F. Maybe you missed something else. I don't know. Something would have gone wrong. So, very important problem from the conversion point of view. Yes, it is per quintal. I know. See, this 0.5 kg force is per quintal. So, for 10 to the power 4 quintals, how much will you need? Into 10 to the power 4. So, that's why into 10 to the power 4. Because per quintal is the force given. So, you multiply it to get for 10 to the power 4 quintals. And this 10 is for the velocity. That's it. Got it? All right. Yes, I think many of you missed that F. So, remember now, kgf is 1 kgf is 10 Newton. Let's get going to the next one. On the integration of a force, probably, which was asked in NEET 2020 for the work done by this force to move the particle from 0 to 1. Come on, let's do this. Yeah, come on my warriors, figure this out. Hi Saujanya, welcome. Devna saying B already, Monica saying A. No Anamika, there is that weight was given, so be careful. So first convert weight into mass and then mass into quintal. Yep. Janvi, just go through all the conversions which are there in units and dimensions and just practice units and dimensions wale questions ek bar, conversion wale, you will get it. So, and plus over a period of time, if you have been practicing different problems from different chapters, like you know how to convert from milli to micro or mega to giga or kilo to something, or you know, things like that. With practice it comes. There is no one day rule for that, but I would say try to solve some problems from units and conversions and all of that. Probably that will help. Okay, chalo, B. Well, let's see, many of you are probably wrong. The answer is actually C, 25 joules. So work done is integral force D, in this case Y, because it is moving in Y axis. So integral of 20 plus 10y and dy, limits of the integration, this is a definite integral from 0 to 1, split it up. So you're going to get 20 integral dy from 0 to 1 plus 10 integral y dy from again 0 to 1. So this will become 20. Y's integral or dy's integral is y only. So it will be basically y from 0 to 1 plus 10 into, this will be y square by 2 again from 0 to 1. So this will be 20 into 1 minus 0 plus 10 into 1 square by 2 minus 0 square by 2. So this will be 20 plus 10 by 2, that's 5, which is 25 joules. That's the answer. Yep. Got it? Yeah, I think you have made some mistakes somewhere. So see, work is integral of force. This is standard. It's always, remember, when you have force and displacement, area under this graph always gives you work. This is always work, standard formula. Now when force is given 20 plus 10y, this is addition. So you know, split it up. 20 into dy, 10y into dy. 20 into dy, but the 20 is a constant, bring it out. 10y dy, the 10 is a constant, bring it out. Integral of dy, everybody knows what is integral of dx. Integral of dx is x. Integral of x dx, this is x raised to 1, right? So it will be x raised to 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1, which is x square by 2. That's why I have written down y square by 2 over here. And then limits are there because it's given from 0 to 1. So put those limits. So first put 1, then put 0. First put 1 and then put 0. And then subtract them. You will get the answer. Yep. Now I think it should not be a problem. Okay. So practice these kind of integration questions. They have asked integration derivative questions in NEET examination. Don't think you can avoid them. If somebody has told you, no, the problems are very easy. Yes, they are easy, but they come. Okay. You cannot ignore it. Alright. Chalo. Next question coming up on your screen. A block. This was NEET 2020 question. Moving in the x direction with constant speed subjected to this force, travels from 20 to 30 meters. Find the final kinetic energy. Guys, this quickly tells me that probably this is based on work kinetic energy theorem. clearly work is there, force is there. How is work there? Because force and displacements are given. So just use the total work done is final kinetic minus initial kinetic. But I just told you what is the work done when the force is a function of x and work is a function of displacement. It is nothing but integral force into displacement. You have to just find final kinetic energy, and initial kinetic energy is nothing but half m initial velocity square. Well, do this part. Okay, let's see what is this. Force. What is the force? It's 0.1 x. So 0.1 outside, x inside, dx over here. Limits of the integration. X is 20 to 30. X is 20 to 30 is equal to final, I don't know, minus half into mass. What is the mass? That's 10. Velocity, what's the velocity? That's 10 again, okay, 10 into 10. Okay, cool. So this will become 0.1 multiplied by x dx is integral x square by 2. X raised to 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus 1. Everybody knows this. Alright, so this will become 30 square by 2 minus 20 square by 2. I just missed one step over here. I hope you know how to go from here to here. This is, you know, using x dx is x square by 2. Okay, so that's what I have done. And substituted 30 and then 20. Alright, now over here, this is final and this will be, plus, oh, not plus, my bad, minus. This will be, yeah, 1000 by 2, which is 500, I suppose. Yep, and just shake it around. Just move that 500 over there. Oh, but there is a catch. There is a catch. This is retarding force, guys. You need to be very careful over here. Be very careful because this force is retarding. So guess what? We have missed a minus sign. This force is retarding force. That means I had to put a minus sign over here. So this will be also minus sign. So be very careful. Because of that, we'll probably get a completely different answer. So final kinetic energy, take that 500 over there. 500 minus this whole thing, which is 0.1 divided by 2. And we have 30 square minus 20 square. 30 square, that's 900. And 20 square, that's 400. Yep. So this is going to be 500 minus, so you can take this 500 by, yeah, this will be 25. So this will be 475 joules. That's the answer. Yep, option D, correct. Very good, very good, very good. Yes, the answer is that. Very good, Anamika. Very good, Srimati. Excellent, Anishka, Jasmine. Excellent. So the catch is that minus sign, be careful. Yeah, and integration is something which you cannot avoid. That was asked in NEET 2020. This will be again, remember, this is probably going to decide the toppers, or basically whether you are going to get 150 plus or not. Okay, chalo, in NEET examination. Alright, let's get going to the next one. A ball is thrown vertically down from some height with some speed. It collides with the ground, loses 50% of its energy and rebounds to the same height. What is the initial velocity? Come on, my warriors. More 1 hour. This session is going to go for 1 more hour. Alright, because we have a couple of questions, because rotation is also coming. Okay, let's try to do this. First, you are throwing this ball down with some velocity v0. It goes down like this, hits the ground over here, and it rebounds. Okay, it rebounds and it goes till the same height. It goes till the same height. But because you have thrown it down, it has some additional kinetic energy. It has lost that and it has come over here. Okay. Now here the velocity is 0. Now I'll tell you what, there is very simple way of doing it. Think what and all energies were there and what and all energies have vanished. It becomes very easy to solve the problem. Okay, this ball, let's say over here, will have 0 potential energy on this line. So over here, it will have some potential. It also has some kinetic. It has some potential. It also has some kinetic. When it reaches here, think about it. The energy should be conserved because, you know, kinetic and potential will get converted into more kinetic. It has more speed over here. So it has some new kinetic energy. Let's say I call it K1. This is that kinetic energy because it has some more velocity over here. Now, Shouldn't this K1 by energy conservation be equal to K plus U? By energy conservation, kinetic plus potential should be new kinetic plus new potential. So this is what the energy is just before the collision. Just before the collision. After the collision, think what will happen. 50% of its energy is lost. That means when it rebounds, 50% is lost. So how much energy is remaining? K plus U divided by 2. K plus U divided by 2. Everybody getting it? Understood? 50% is lost. Now once it goes on the top, its eventually velocity becomes 0. Only thing it has is the potential energy U. The only thing it has is potential energy U because it comes to the same height. And we know this energy only gets converted into potential energy. Correct? So can I not say this U is actually equal to this? So solve that. K by 2 plus U by 2 is equal to U. So K by 2, shift this U by 2 over there, it will become U by 2. U minus U by 2 is U by 2. 2 goes, so I'll get K is equal to U. Once I get this, it's very simple. K is equal to U. What is kinetic energy? That's half mv0 square. What is potential energy? That's mgh. What's the question? What is the initial velocity, right? So v square is 2gh. So 2 into 10 into what's the height? That's 20. So that's going to be 400. So v0 will be 20 meters per second. That's it. Where is it? Option B. Done, done. What a question, guys. What a question. Beautiful question this was. Amazing question, right? Such nice, interesting concepts were there. Energy conservation and just using some nice variables, we have got it. Done, done. Okay, let's get going to the next one coming up on your screen. Yes, answer was 20B. Direct question. Direct question for 20 seconds, not more than that, or 30 seconds. Which of the following statements are incorrect? Only one statement is incorrect. Yes, diagram is the best solution. Correct. Good takeaway, Kushi. Come on, figure this out. Muskan, what if it was 70%? Then you will write it as, if 70% is lost, 30% will be remaining. So we'll write K plus U into 3 by 10. That's it. 3 by 10 will be the factor. That's all. Everything else will be similar. Okay, A or B? See, many of you are wrong. The center of the mass of the body always lies inside the body is wrong. Okay, think, what if the body was like this? Where will the center of mass be? Obviously it will be here. This is where the center of mass will be. The center of mass can also lie outside the body. What if it is a ring? Where is the center of mass? It's here. This is out of the body, the center of mass. So center of the mass lies always inside the body. This is wrong. Center of mass always may lie outside the body. Yes, obviously. Center of mass of a uniform body always lies on the line of point of symmetry. Yes. If you have a circle, it is at the center. If you have a triangle, you divide it, it will be somewhere here. Center of mass of a rigid body does not depend on gravity. Obviously, in the formula for center of mass, you have m1 x1 plus m2 x2 upon m1 plus m2. Where is gravity in the picture? There is no g. So hence, it does not depend on gravity, which is also correct. All these options are correct. Only first option is incorrect. Hence, that is the one. Okay. The next question, I have not provided options. Probably, okay, it got missed out or something. Let's just find out the coordinates. I'm going to give you a beautiful formula by which you can find the center of mass for any curved bodies within seconds. Now, here is the formula. Whenever you have an arc, the center of mass can be found out very easily by this logic. If this is the distance of the center of mass for an arc, okay, and if this total angle is theta, then that D is given by R sine theta by 2 divided by theta by 2. You can use this for semicircles, quarter circles, circles or arcs subtending 30 degrees, 60 degrees, no matter what. But if it is a sector, when I say sector, what I mean, it is completely filled. This is like a pizza slice. This is like a slice of a pizza. Then keep in mind the center of mass, okay, that distance is given by similar formula, r sine theta by 2 by theta by 2, but there is a factor which comes, which is 2 by 3. Again, this is theta, okay, obviously this is r and this is also r. These are the two formulas which you are going to remember. Yep. Now, if you know these formulas, no matter what is the angle, you can always get it. Now observe this. The center of mass obviously will lie somewhere here. This is where the center of mass will lie. And what is this angle? Clearly, this angle is pi by 2, 90 degrees. So what is the value of d, guys? The value of d, let me just put it over here. Okay, so the value of d will be r sine pi by 2, which is pi by 4, divided by pi by 4. Everybody getting it? Theta by 2. So that will become 4r by pi, and sine of pi by 4, sine of 45, it's 1 by root 2. So this will be 1 by root 2. So that is the value of d. But the question says, what are the Cartesian coordinates? That means you have to find this value, x, and you have to find y. Now, isn't it obvious? X and y will be equal because this angle and this angle are same. So x and y both are equal. In fact, both of them will be d cos or sine 45, which is d by root 2. So just do d by root 2. What will you get? 4r by pi root 2 into 1 by root 2. Root 2 into root 2, 2. 4 and 2 cancels. So you'll get 2r by pi. That's the answer. Very good. So that's the answer. Divana, I'm not sure which option are you saying. Divana, hey dekho, thoda pyar ho, oh, there is no option. Which option are you marking? I'm not sure. Okay, so the answer is 2r by pi. That's it. Yep, clear. Shall we go ahead? Okay, cool. Yes. Going ahead to the next one. Yes, 2r by pi is the answer. Let's move ahead to the next question. The force F acting on a particle of mass m is indicated by this graph. Guys, this should be done within 40-50 seconds, not more than that. The impulse on the particle, NEET 2014 question, over the time interval from 0 to 8 seconds is, come on, quickly do this. Within 40 seconds you should be able to do this. Come on. Easy question. Yep, saying C. I don't know whether it's C or whether it's B or whether it's A, whether it's D. All right. Impulse. What is impulse? Impulse is area under the force versus time graph. Just find the area, but be careful. If it is on the top, it is positive. If it is below, then it is negative. So what is the area of this? Half into base into height, which is 6. What is this area? 2. This is a rectangle. 2 into, yeah, right, 2 into height, which is 3. And this is negative, so it is minus 6. And what is this area? This is 4 into height. What is it? 3, which is 12. 6 and 6 gone, only 12 remaining, so answer will be C. That's it. Done, done, done. Simple? Cool? Let's get moving to the next one. Okay, very good. Looks like somebody solved it today morning only. Okay, so 0.5 kg ball, AIPMT 2006 question, is moving with a speed of 12, strikes a wall at 30 degrees with that wall, and it is reflected with the same speed at the same angle. If the ball is in contact with the wall for 0.25 seconds, the average force acting on the wall is, okay, first of all, because angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection, quickly it should come to your mind that the momentum is only changing in the y direction. Just split this into two components, guys. This velocity has two components, x and y. Which component changed? Did y change or did x change? Quickly let me know in the chat box. Quickly let me know in the chat box. Did y component change or x component change? See, there were two components. When it hits the wall, the x component will go like this and the y component will be there. So the x component has reversed. So clearly the impulse which is acting is only because of the change in momentum in the x direction, and since it reversed, so it will be 2 times m into velocity in the x direction. Remember, it is mv minus mv, so 2 mv. No, y-axis there is no change, Zayed, because the angle is same. Y velocity will remain the same, only the x velocity will change. So the impulse is only in the x direction. Okay, so why this 2 has come? Because actually it is mv minus mv, understand that, okay, in the x direction. Okay, so what will I get? Mass. What is the mass? It's 0.5. What is the velocity in the x? What is the velocity in the x? Well, you can resolve this and see over here, because this is 30, this is 30. So what's the velocity? Velocity is 12. So the x velocity will be 12 sine 30, which is 12 by 2, which is 6 meters per second. So I should put 6 over here, correct? I should put 6 over there, and from this I'm going to get 1, and that is 6. That is 6 Newton second. But that is just impulse. That's not the question. The question is force. What is force? Force is impulse by time, because impulse is force into time. So force is impulse by time. So it is 6 by time. What's the time? Where is the time? Where is it? 0.25 seconds. So which is nothing but 6 into 4, which is 24 Newton. Where is it? Option C. Done, done, done. Very good. Got it? Excellent. Very good, very good, very good, very good, very good, Sushil, very good, Khushi, very good, Anisha, very good, Subarna, Jasmine, Tanis, Dhankumar, Yalini, very good, excellent. Moving on to the next question. Don't get scared looking at this. Like, oops, what the hell is this, sir? I don't like these numbers. These are like cockroaches running around. These are like worms. I can't distinguish which worm is what. It's very difficult. I can identify if it was in biology, but this is like crazy variables. Please help me with this. Okay, so NEET 2020 question. Don't get scared. It's very easy. 20-30 seconds, not more than that. Okay, I'm pretty sure those of you who are watching this video in 240 or 360p, I'm pretty sure you cannot make out anything. Everything looks the same. Please increase your resolution. Buy internet, high speed, Geo. B or C? Okay. Chalo, let's get going. The answer is B. See, very simple. Forget all this gibberish. Initial kinetic. Okay, whatever is the initial kinetic, because there is on collision, one of the particles gets excited to higher energy level after absorbing, okay, energy. Two particles are moving with initial velocities. On collision, one of the particles gets excited to higher energy level after absorbing, so the final velocities. So what will happen is that final energy, okay, understand, will kinetic energy will be less, because that energy E is absorbed within the atom. It has got excited. So think of it this way, that whatever initial kinetic energy was there, a part of it went into exciting it, and the remaining, this was remaining kinetic energy, and this was basically absorbed. This was your initial. So when you take this energy before here, it will become minus E. That's it. So that's how you get this answer. So you have to think that it has got absorbed. So where will it absorb from? From the original. Think of it this way. I had 100 laddus. I had 100 laddus. Who ate this laddu? Pandu ate this laddu. Pandu ate this laddu. How many laddus did Pandu eat? Pandu ate 2 laddus. How many laddus are remaining? 98 laddus are remaining. That's it. That's how the question is. That's how you should think about it. Okay, next question coming up on your screen. Yep. Cool. During a collision between two bodies, which is incorrect? During a collision. Ashwin wants these laddu questions in 2021. I hope, Ashwin, you get it. During a collision between the two bodies, which is incorrect. Only one of them is incorrect. Thank you, Bidusmita, Bacha. Khushi, please don't write pizza, Bacha. Then I will start crying, I will feel like eating pizza. I'm feeling hungry now. Now I feel like eating pizza. Yesterday only I had red velvet cake. I passed by some nice oven pizzas, fresh baked oven pizzas, and then I was like, when should I eat it? Then I just resisted it somehow. Okay. Aditya, love you, ma'am. Which ma'am? I'm not ma'am, I'm sir. Which video are you watching and where are you chatting? C ko lock karo. Okay. Chalo. So used to saying ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. Now this is sir. Very rare on Biotonic. Sir has also come. Yes, very distracting, these food items, I tell you. During the collision between two bodies, which is incorrect? Impulse on both the bodies are different. Very true. I'll tell you why. Where is this? This body comes, hit each other. Dish. Impulse by this body on this body, like this. Impulse by this body on this body, like this. Like, sir, the impulse are same. Arey bachcha log, impulse is vector quantity. If it is a vector quantity, magnitude and direction both should be same, then they are same. Directions are opposite. If directions are opposite, how will it be same? Hence it is incorrect. Everything else is correct. Kinetic energy is conserved in elastic. Yes, elastic collision, initial and final are same. Maximum energy is lost in perfectly in an, ये थोड़ा गड़बड़ हो गया. This wordings are different. In an elastic collision. This was supposed to be in inelastic collision, guys. This was supposed to be inelastic. I think there was some printing error over here, but okay. In a perfectly inelastic collision, maximum energy is lost. Speed of the separation is less than the speed of approach. Yes, because E is less than 1. So always whenever things approach, they approach with full josh, and after collision they lose energy and they go with lesser speed. So separation speed is always less than the approach speed. Okay, I'll get that corrected. Next question coming up on your screen. Okay, chalo. Yeah, the other three were true. Okay, bacha, Akash, let's get going. Anisha has birthday on 12th September, the NEET date. Happy birthday, Anisha. Okay, I hope you'll celebrate it after the examination. After the examination, I think your parents or your friends will be waiting with a cake and throw it on your face. Pachak, yeah, that will be amazing, right? Okay, a particle of mass m collides head on with another stationary particle of mass capital M such that the second particle starts moving and the first particle comes to rest after the collision. Which of the conditions is valid if the coefficient of restriction, restitution, guys, again spelling mistake. Okay. Okay, too bad. If see, at least if you have your birthdays on exam day, that's fine. But you know, your birthdays on result day, rest in peace. Okay, yeah. Okay, chalo. Let's get going. A particle of mass m. Let's draw the diagram. Always drawing the diagrams will help. This is mu and this capital M. Let's say it is at rest. This is before the collision. After the collision, okay, such that the second particle starts moving and the first particle comes to rest. So this small m is at rest and this capital M starts moving. So conserve momentum and let's see what do we get. So mu plus 0 is equal to 0 plus mv. Alright, so I will get mu is equal to capital MV. Similarly, I can write restitution equation. E is equal to speed of separation, which is V, upon speed of approach, which is U. From this equation, you can clearly see V by U. V by U is nothing but small m by capital M. So therefore, I can write this V by U as small m by capital M. And we all know E is always less than 1 or equal to 1, max case. So that should be option B, I suppose. Yes. Okay. Cool. Let's get moving, guys. Yeah, that's the answer. Simple equation. Momentum, that's the one in red, and restitution. Speed of separation relative upon speed of approach. our relative speed of separation and approach. Remember, approach is always bigger, so denominator try to make it big, numerator try to make it small always. That's the trick. Yep. Oh, did I? Oops. Why the hell is C marked? This is wrong. My goodness. C is not the correct answer, guys. It should have been A. I need to change it. What nonsense. How can E be more than 1? Oops. See, this is how I change the answers. So nice, right? Magical. Yep. Yeah, printing mistake. I'll also get this word changed later on. Instead of restriction, it should be restitution. So when you get the PDF, it's correct. Okay, next question coming up on your screen now. Okay, so a body of mass 4m is lying in xy plane at rest. It suddenly explodes into 3 pieces. 2 pieces, each of mass m, move perpendicular to each other with equal speeds. The total kinetic energy generated in the explosion is. Okay, come on, my warriors, figure this out. Jaldi karte hain thoda. Okay, come, let's see. Yeah, A, B. Shrutika, just do those chapters which you are sure about. Attend my classes. Make sure you solve lots of problems to improve your confidence. That's the only thing. Okay, do only simple problems. That's okay. Leave those very difficult questions. That's fine. Even if you do those easy questions, you can reach very close to 150 and give a lot of mock tests. That's it. I have given the strategy. Please follow the strategy. 150 plus strategy in NEET examination 2021. I've given the strategy. Just use that. Okay. So that 4m mass, what happens is, this was before and after. My God. So this, it divides into 2 particles which move with, let's say, u speed, and what is the speed? Oh, v, not u. Okay, so this moves with v speed and this also moves with v speed, perpendicular directions. Naturally, there is how much mass remaining? mm gone out of 4m, so 2m mass is remaining. So this 2m, to conserve the momentum, obviously has to move here. Let's say the speed is v1. Example. All right. Now think about it. The total momentum of m and m. Okay, the total momentum of m and m, numerically, magnitude wise, should be equal to the momentum of 2m, because they will cancel each other. Remember, because initial momentum was 0, final total momentum is also 0. So the momentum of these 2 gentlemen here and the momentum of 2m should cancel. Okay, what is the momentum of m and m together? Well, that's mv square plus mv square root, because Pythagoras, momentum is vector. This momentum and this momentum will give this momentum. That's the root of this square plus base square plus height square. Momentum of 2m, that's 2m into v1. Let's see what happens. This will become mv root 2 is equal to 2m v1. So v1 is nothing but v by root 2. Now the kinetic energy generated. So there was no kinetic energy here. The kinetic energy is the sum of kinetic energies. So it is half mv square plus half mv square plus half 2m into v1 square. Half plus half is 1. So it will be mv square plus 2 gets off. So m v1. What is v1? v by 2, root 2. So v by root 2 whole square is v square by 2. Okay, so that's what I have done. And this will become 1 plus 1 by 2, which is 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 mv square. Where is it? It's option B. Correct. Done. Yes, that's it. Very good, very good. Let's get moving to the next one. B option is correct. Okay, come on. You should do this question within 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Guys, you need to have that patience. You need to have that consistency. You need to have that focus for 3 hours. Remember that. You cannot say, sir, my सर चकरा रहा है, मैं गिरने वाला हूँ, सर इतने प्रॉब्लम्स क्या करे सर, मैं तो चेयर से ही गिर गया. No, you cannot do that. You have to sit continuously for 3 hours. Come on, fight it out. Come on, you guys are going to be doctors. You have to have that patience. You need to have that focused mind, stable mind. Come on, push yourself, guys. Yeah, do not lose focus. Yep. Come on. In a physical balance, working on the principle of moments, let's see how many of you can do this. Some of you are saying A. Every object will be lighter. Achha. So here is what will happen if this is the balance. Here, if you put 5 times mg, and here if you put mg, it is balanced. Obviously, this can happen only if this is short. Everybody would have done this, and this is long. Balancing on a scale, a rubber and a sharpener in school. Remember? Long time back. In, I don't know, how many years was it? 200 BC, 500 BC. We used to go to school. Bahut purane. I think right now it should become all monochrome, black and white. And then we used to go to school and we used to throw paper planes at each other. We used to fight with each other. We used to pull each other's hair. And we used to take that scale and balance. Yeah, long time back. Yeah, long time back. Yeah, very sad. Okay, prehistoric. Yeah, the left arm is shorter than the right arm. Yeah. After Christ, was it? Oh, man. Why do I feel that it was before Christ? Somehow I feel very old. Okay, chalo. Let's get moving to the next question. 3 objects, solid sphere, thin circular disc, circular ring, each having the same mass and radius. They all spin with the same angular speed about their own symmetry axis. Amount of work required to bring them to rest would satisfy the relationship. Kiska kaam zyada hoga? Come on, my warriors, figure this out. Let's see, BC, all right. Srimati, all the best. Happy birthday on 12th September. Okay, come on. See guys, I'll tell you what. They have the same mass. Oh, we have come to rotation. Happy New Year to all of you. Merry Christmas. We have reached rotation. Okay, so 3 objects, A, B, C. What is this? Solid sphere, right? What is the moment of inertia of a solid sphere? 2 by 5 mr square. Thin circular disc, mr square by 2. Circular ring, mr square. The question is work done. The work done will depend on the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy will be half I omega square. Sabka omega same. Yes, it's given. Everybody has the same angular speed. So the one which has the most I will also have the most work done. Oh, this is work, by the way. Yeah. So who has the most work? The one which has the biggest factor. Check this factor out. Here the factor is 1. Here the factor is 1 by 2. Here the factor is 2 by 5. So 1 is more than half is more than 2 by 5. That's it. So that should be the answer. Very good. Many of you got it then. Excellent. C. Very good. C is the highest, which is the ring. Then you have the disc, which is half. And then you have solid sphere, which is 2 by 5. Yep. Okay. Chalo. Moving on to the next question coming up on your screen now. NEET 2020 question. From a disc of radius r and mass m, a circular hole is made. Standard question. You should be able to do it within 1 minute. Let's see how many of you have this practice. Okay. So you have this disc. You have this hole which is made. And this is what has been asked. This much part. What is the moment of inertia of this much part? Okay. About this point O. This is, let's say, A. Okay. Here is how you need to do it. The moment of inertia of that shaded part will be moment of inertia of that big disc minus moment of inertia of that cutout. Now it is clearly mentioned the moment of inertia of the big one. I can find it out because disc has mass m. So it will be m r square by 2. The problem is the cutout. The cutout is the problem. So observe this. See, it's a uniform disc. So mass per unit area will be constant. Hello Ankit Bacha. So mass per unit area will be constant. So mass per unit area will be constant. If I take the big disc, mass is m. Area pi r square. If I take the small disc, mass is small m. Area is pi. Be careful, this radius is r by 2 because this is r. This is r by 2. So pi r square by 4. This clearly tells me small m is equal to m by 4. Yes, this is m by 4. Got it? Now, what is the moment of inertia of this disc about point O. Be careful. You only know the moment of inertia of this disk about point A. You need to shift it. Shift using, what will you use? Using parallel axis theorem. Do not forget that. You have to shift it from this point to this point. So first, what is the moment of inertia about disk of the disk A, about point A, think, and shift it by m into distance, which is r by 2 square. So that will become IA. IA is mass, which is m by 4, capital M by 4. R is r by 2 square by 2. Disk moment of inertia is mass r square by 2 plus this small m, again m by 4, and this is r square by 4. Well, and we have over here mr square by 2. Everywhere mr square is common. So mr square common. 1 by 2 minus, what will this be? This will be 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 16, 1 by 32. So 1 by 32, and this will be minus over here 1 by 16. Okay, so I have mr square. Take the LCM, that's 32. So this will become, oops, after taking LCM, it will become 16. This will be 1 only, and this will become 2, right? Okay, so what will it be? 16 minus 1 minus 2, 16 minus 3, which is 13. So I'll get 13 over here. Yep, just check this out. Yes, 13 mr square by 32. Okay, got it. No, it's not 11 mr square by 32. Some of you said it is option C. Nope, it is option B. Yep, be careful. Yeah. So the catch over here is a lot of people forget that when you subtract the moment of inertia of the small disk, you also have to find it about the same axis. If you do that mistake, you will get a completely wrong answer. Here I have used parallel axis theorem. Got it? So that's the common mistake. Next question. Come on guys, few questions only remaining. We have almost reached 40 questions at least, I feel. Come on, hardly few more questions left. Chalo, done karte hain. Good morning, Anju. Anju, a lot. I think you have missed a lot. It's always like afternoon now, 11:30. Okay, disk of radius is given. It rolls. The center of mass has speed so much. What is the work needed to stop it? I'll tell you what you need to do. Work needed to stop it means actually you need to find kinetic energy of the disk. Now that kinetic energy will be two types. Kinetic energy of translation plus kinetic energy of rotation. What is the kinetic energy of translation? Half mv square. Kinetic energy of rotation, half I omega square, right? So this will become half mv square plus half moment of inertia. What is it? It's a disk. So it is mr square by 2. Omega is v by r. Why? Because it is rolling. Where is it given? It's mentioned. It is probably rolling. Yeah. So roll. So omega is v by r. So it will be v square by r square. Cool. So I'll have half mv square plus r square gone, 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 mv square. Therefore, it will be 3 by 4 mv square. Now just substitute everything. What is the mass? 100. And what is the velocity? 20 centimeter. So be careful. 0.2 square. Just do this, guys. So this will become 3 by 4 into 4. Yep. So that should be 3 joules, I believe. Just check this out. Yeah, 3 joules. No, it is not B. Be careful. Oh, be careful. It's 0.2. Be careful. Many of you forgot. It is 20 centimeters. Yeah, it's option A. Yeah, happens. Mistakes. Okay, option A. Very good. Excellent A. Yana, how to download notes from Telegram channel? Just press on that PDF, bacha. It will open up. And if you are using Android or iOS device, probably you will have some option on the top left or top right corner or somewhere at the bottom. Just hard press on it and you can download it. It's easy. There are or just YouTube or Google it, how to download PDF from Telegram. You will see that. Okay. Chalo, next question, guys. Okay, 50 plus questions, guys. Come on, we have to reach that target. We are somewhere close to 50. We are going to reach SHM soon. About to end rotation in a bit. Yep, come on. Let's see how many of you can get this question. Which object it is? Which object it is? Come on. Let's do this. An object of uniform density rolls up a curved surface with initial velocity v. It reaches till a maximum height of this much with respect to initial position. So what is the object? Guys, if it is rolling and it goes up till the top and it stops, that means that kinetic energy of translation plus kinetic energy of rotation has gone into potential energy. That's all you need to understand from this given information. What is the kinetic energy of translation? It is half mv square. Kinetic energy of rotation, half I omega square. Okay, and potential energy, that's mgh. So this will become half mv square plus half. In general, the moment of inertia, or let's forget that. Okay, into omega. What is omega? That's v square by r square is equal to mgh. What is h? 3 what is it? V square by 4g. Great. So from this, let's see what and all we can cancel. Now I'll tell you what, you can do one small funny thing over here. Instead of writing it like this, you know what I can do? I can write this as half mv square plus half. In general, moment of inertia is some factor into mr square. Mr square by 2, 2 by 5 mr square, anything. So it's some factor into mr square. That will simplify the problem by a great deal. Look at this, m goes, and then r square also goes, and v square and v square also goes. So I am left with, oh, by the way, this 2 also goes partially. This 2, and this 4 will become 2. This g and this g also goes. So what am I left with? 1 plus factor is equal to 3 by 2. So factor is 3 by 2 minus 1, which is half. The half factor is only for a disk. So hence it's a disk. That's it, done. This is a shortcut trick which you can use. It simplifies the problem. Understood, guys? Yep. Shweta Vyas, I think you need to go to YouTube and increase the resolution. That's when you will see the screen being little bit more clear. Yeah, that's what you need to do. Just click it. There is a you know, YouTube has changed over the past few months. They automatically go to the most comfortable setting, which does not require too much high speed. So that's why the screen would have become blurred. Okay, next question coming up on your screen. A mass is rotating in a plane about a fixed point. The angular momentum is directed along. Come on, 20-second question. Come on, figure this out. Okay, a lot of you are saying A or B. Well, I'll tell you what, the answer is A. See, I'll tell you how. If there is a mass rotating in a plane about a fixed point, its angular momentum, if this is the velocity, okay, and this is the radius, then the angular momentum will be like this. This is the direction of L. It is perpendicular to that plane. So the line perpendicular to the plane of rotation. This is that plane of rotation. Okay, so it's perpendicular to that, not at 45 or radius or anything. This is straightforward. And how do you get it? L is m r cross v. We just do r cross velocity. R cross velocity, you will see using right hand thumb rule, it will always come on the top or perpendicular to the plane. Okay, next question, easy peasy. This is tricky, NEET 2020 question. Let's see how many of you can do this. There was a mass which was going around in a circle with speed velocity v0. Because you pull this, what has happened? The circle's radius reduced and it is reduced to r0 by 2. So once the radius reduces, what is the new value of the kinetic energy? That's the question. Let's see how many of you can give this within 1 minute. Not more than 1 minute to give this question's answer. It's easy question, trust me on that. Multiple concepts involved over here. Come on, my warriors, figure this out. A or C or B or D? Interesting. Okay. First, understand the velocity won't remain the same. Reason? Angular momentum should be conserved. Angular momentum is conserved, and using this principle, initial angular momentum will be m v naught r naught, final will be m v r naught by 2. So the new velocity m goes, r naught goes, 2 comes over here, so it will be 2 times of v naught. So the final kinetic energy will be half m v square, which is half m 2 v naught square, which is 2 m v naught square, which is option B. Many of you made a mistake. Some of you said A, some of you said D also. Be careful. Angular momentum is conserved. Reason is the torque acting on it is 0. Remember that force of pull, that pulling force, it's passing through the center. So that torque which is there is, that pull might be there, but the torque of that pull is 0 because it is passing through the center. So the torque is 0. Hence, angular momentum is conserved. Okay, many people would have missed that. Yes, Sanju is banging her head. Okay, now a solid sphere is rotating freely. Interesting. About its symmetry axis in free space. Radius of the sphere is increased, keeping its mass same. Which of the following physical quantities would remain constant for the sphere? Come on, guys, you should be able to do this now. This is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Come on, figure this out. Welcome, Zayed. What happened? I hope you had your snacks. D. Very good. Now you know this from the previous problem. Correct. Angular momentum is conserved because, you know, it is rotating freely. That means no torque. If no torque, only the thing which will be conserved is angular momentum. Speed, moment of inertia, energy will all change because momentum will be conserved. So energy or inertia may not be conserved. Straightforward theory question. Next question, NEET 2018. A solid sphere is rolling, is in rolling motion. In rolling motion, a body possesses translation as well as rotational kinetic energy simultaneously. What's the ratio of this? Come on, let's see how many of you can give this answer within 30 seconds. Sometimes easy questions also come in rotation, and you cannot afford to miss that, guys. You cannot, just cannot. Glad to know that, Devanshi. I was always very hesitant. First of all, I'm coming on a bio channel. First of all, students hate physics, and especially I know in NEET, they always cry about maths and physics, and I was like, oh my god. First of all, you guys are passionate about biology, but I'm so glad, guys, for your tremendous love and your support and your, enthusiastic replies and your live participation. I'm so humbled. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to do really well. Really, really great, guys. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's do this. This is KT divided by KT plus KR, and that's translation, that's half mv square, correct? Standard formula. Again, half mv square, standard formula. Rotational, that's half I omega square, standard formula. Half goes mv square divided by mv square plus, what is I is, what is it? Solid sphere, to 2 by 5. So 2 by 5 mr square. Omega, what is omega? V by r. Why? Because it is rolling. Okay. Where is it rolling? Is it given? Yes, it is given. So omega is V by R. Done. So this will become V square by R square. Now we know what happens. Things cancel out. R square goes. M gone. Done. Oh, wait a minute. V also went away. So what am I left with? 1 divided by 1 plus 2 by 5. 1, and this is 2 by 5. Everything else got cut out. So this will be 1 divided by 5 plus 2, 7. 7 by 5. So this will be 5 by 7. That's the answer. Where is it? And that is B. Yep. Very good. Excellent day. Thank you. Loving my class very badly. I don't know. Is it a positive thing or a negative thing? Okay. Okay, cool. Chalo. 5 to 7. Next question coming up on a simple harmonic motion. Is it? I don't know. A particle of mass m is released from rest and follows a parabolic path as shown, assuming that the displacement of the mass from the origin is small, which graph correctly depicts the position of the particle as a function of time. AIPMD 2011 question. Thank you, Subin, for all the love from Kerala Bacha. Thank you, Surinder. All right. Thank you, Anju Bacha. All right. Maha, I was also in love. All right. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hello, Amit Kamle. Welcome aboard. Zaire, yo, come on. Get set, go. The correct answer is, this is parabola. Oh my God, we have seen parabola so many times today. See, whenever potential energy graph is something like this, half kx square, it is spring. When you have a spring and a mass, what do? They go back and forth, oscillate. So simple harmonic motion, SHM. So where is SHM? Is this SHM? What nonsense. This is not SHM. Either it is this or this. Okay. So assuming that the displacement of the mass, okay, but both A and B look correct. Both A and B look correct. Is something else given? Mass m is released from rest. This is interesting. It's released from rest. That means velocity is 0. That means dx by dt is 0. That means the slope is 0. Where is the slope 0? Here or here? Obviously this is positive slope. This is 0 slope. So hence the answer will be B, not A. Many of you went wrong. Many of you made a mistake. Gone. Oh my God, Reshma is saying she's never sat for a physics class so long. That's a big achievement, guys. Oh, who made this A? Wrong answer. Oh my God. This is not A. This is B. Oops. लग रहा है किसी ने बड़ा गड़बड़ कर दिया इधर. How will A be the correct one? The particle is released from rest, बच्चा लोग. Released from rest. Be careful. If it is released from rest is given, then what will happen? It will already start from extreme position. It will start from extreme position. I just told you the slope should be 0. Hence it is B. It's not A. Yeah? Cool. एक और बार समझा दूँ. देखो यार ये rest पे है. ये SHM है. If it is SHM, only these two options are correct. Obviously, this is not correct. This is not correct because SHM it is always a sine function. X is sine some A sine omega t plus phi. That's how you always get it. So there is only one place at time 0. This 0 stands for initial. This is also initial. Over here, if you draw a tangent, the slope is not 0. Here the slope is 0. That's why it is B. Got it now? Got it? Clear? Understood now for sure? Shall we go ahead? Okay, great. Chalo. बहुत बढ़िया. Next. The bob of a simple pendulum is a spherical hollow ball filled with pani. There is a small hole at the bottom and the bob oscillates. Now you remove that plug. पानी बाहर निकलता है. टिप टिप बरसा पानी, पानी में आग लगी. And you can sing that song and make a TikTok or a reel video. Okay. During observation, till water is coming out, the time period of oscillation would be question mark. Chalo, karo. टिप टिप बरसा पानी, पानी में आग लगाई. Okay, chalo. What is the answer? A, B, C, D. Oops, people are confused. First increase and first decrease. Acha, see, I'll tell you what. Use this formula. What is this formula? Time period is 2 pi root of L by G. Now, when the water comes out, see, earlier the center of mass would be here, exactly at the center. After some time, what will happen is the water will be filled till here, so the center of mass will come down, and after some more time, what will happen? Almost all the water would have gone out. All the water would have gone out. Now the only mass left is the shell itself. So the center of mass will be back to the original center. So don't you see the effective length which is there? The effective length which is there, all right, that length increases and then decreases. So this length has increased and then decreased. So the time will also increase and then decrease. That's the idea. Aaya samajh mein? Got it? Clear about it? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Reshma Bacha. Yes, that's how it is. The answer is A. First increase and then decrease. So when the water comes out, the center of mass lowers initially. And as the water flows out, then the only mass left is the shell itself. So again the center of mass will come up. So the length would have increased and then decreased. And time period is directly proportional to the root of length. So yes, that's it. At equilibrium position of the particle executing SHM, only one of them is correct. Which one of them is correct? Come on, think. Only one of them is correct. Only one of them is correct. Think. No, Mr. Faisal, I am fine over here. Indian Idol. Right now I want to be your idol. I don't want to be Indian Idol. I just want to be hamare students ka idol. That's it. I will be very happy with becoming my mascots and my warriors ka idol. Okay. Chalo. Let's see how many of you get it. A. Very good, very good. Let's see. Oh, look at that. All of them are correct, guys. Yeah, A for sure. Yes, A is correct. But all of them are correct. That's the problem. All of them are correct. This also, this also, this also. How? At equilibrium. Equilibrium. This is extreme. This is mean. This is extreme. This is the particle performing SHM. Now, at extreme position, velocity is 0, velocity is 0. At mean position, the velocity is maximum, correct? The velocity is maximum, correct? Potential energy is minimum, yes, because it will be half k x square. X will be 0, yep. And last thing, restoring force is 0. Yeah, correct. At this position, acceleration, which is minus omega square x, x is 0, acceleration is 0. In fact, force will also be 0. Yes. Potential energy is not maximum. Potential energy is maximum at the extreme positions, not at the equilibrium position. This is clearly stating mean. Mean is also equilibrium. That's where force is 0. That's why equilibrium. Mean is equilibrium. Keep this in mind. Okay. चलो आगे बढ़ते हुए नेक्स्ट सवाल आपके स्क्रीन के ऊपर गियर. हाँ, बॉडी इज इन सिंपल हार्मोनिक मोशन. टाइम पीरियड इज दिस मच. Amplitude is this much. Find the average velocity in the interval in which it moves from equilibrium to half its amplitude. Equilibrium to half its amplitude. Again, draw the diagram. उसके बिना नहीं होगा. So let's draw this SHM. This is equilibrium or mean position, or basically x is equal to 0. This is my extreme position. Okay, this is also another extreme position. Always this diagram helps. Find the average velocity in the interval it moves from equilibrium to half the amplitude. Okay, equilibrium to half the amplitude, that means from here till here. So this much is basically a by 2. So a by 2 is the value of the x coordinate of this particle. Okay, so can I find that x? Yeah, I am pretty sure, because x is a sine omega t for SHM from equilibrium position. That's how the equation looks like. X is a by 2, a is a sine omega. Omega is 2 pi by time period into t. This a will go half is equal to sine of time period. What is time period? 0.5. 0.5, that means 2, so it will become 4 pi t, because this t is 0.5 seconds. Okay, so naturally, whose sine is half? Pi by 6, that is 30 degrees. So 4 pi t is equal to pi by 6. So t is pi by, so this will become 1 by 20, sorry, what the hell, 1 by 24 seconds. Okay, so once I get this, find the average velocity. So average velocity will be displacement divided by time. Why did I do this all nonsense? Because I know the displacement, but I didn't know the time. That's why I have found out the time at which it reaches here. From here to here, how much time it takes. Numerator I always knew was a by 2, and time right now is 24, 1 by 24. Okay, but hold on one sec. I also know the amplitude. Displacement is a by 2. Amplitude is 1 centimeter. That's half a centimeter divided by 1 by 24. So that's 24 divided by 2, which is 12 centimeters per second. Is it there somewhere? Please tell me. Yes, it is there. Excellent. Very good. Thank you, Mahabacha. All right. Come on. Yes, Bharat is dancing now. All right. All right. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. All right. Cool. Okay. Next question coming up on your screen now. Here it is. A particle executes SHM. Beautiful question. Amplitude is 3. When x is 2, from the mean position, the magnitude of the velocity is equal to that of acceleration. The time period in seconds is. Come on. Interesting. When the magnitude of the velocity is equal to that of the acceleration. Is there some formula for velocity and acceleration? Yes. The magnitude of velocity is magnitude of acceleration. Omega square x. Remember this? And for velocity it was omega root amplitude square minus x square. These were the formulas. Direct formula application. Omega goes. So root of a square minus x square is omega x. Square both sides. So a square minus x square will be omega square x square. What is asked? Time period. Time period means omega. Achha, so I need omega. So omega square will be a square minus x square by x square, which is a square by x square minus 1. Therefore, this omega I can write it as 2 pi by t. So it will be 2 pi square by t square is equal to a square by x square minus 1. Now just substitute all the values, you will get it. So 2 pi square is 4 pi square. Time I don't know is equal to a. What is a? A is 3 and x is 2. So 3 by 2 whole square minus 1, which is 9 by 4 minus 1, which is 5 by 4. And correct? Just check this out. This will be 4 pi square by t square. So t square will be take this over there. So 16 pi square divided by 5. So what will I get? T will be root of that, which will be 4 pi divided by root 5. That's it. Yeah, that's option C. Option C. Very good. Understood, guys? Can we not use this formula for V in previous equation? Oh, you wanted time, bacha. That's the problem. This will give you instantaneous velocity, not the average velocity. The previous question asked you average. So that's why you need to do total displacement by total time. Okay, that's what you need to do. Okay, I think 1 or 2 more questions are remaining. That's it. Let's do this. Last question, I guess. Okay, this is the last question. Yep. Let's do this. 2 particles A and B execute SHM of time period t and phi t by 4. They start from mean position. The phase difference between them when the particle A completes one oscillation will be. Trust me, many people will do it by complicated ways. Wow, Pratima, you are in class 10th and attending a class 12th passing out batch's lecture. That's the most adventurous thing. Very good. Okay. Many of you are saying A, some of you are saying C, I guess. Interesting to see. What should be the correct answer? Zayed, my God, you are also from 10th. My God, you guys are very, very adventurous, I must say. So, first of all, what you need to do is, the time periods are given, okay? The phase difference between them when the particle completes oscillation. Do this by phasor diagram. So this is the phasor diagram. Remember, every circular motion, projection is simple harmonic motion. That circular motion, that hypothetical motion is called as the phasor diagram. Okay? It's always the shadow. If you move something in a circle, the shadow will move in a simple harmonic motion. Okay, so this is, let's say, for particle A, it has some angular speed, let's say omega 1. Then you have particle B as well. Okay, it also has some angular speed omega 2. After some time, the phase difference between them, okay, this is after some time, what you are going to see, probably A will come over here. This is where A is, it's moving with omega 1, and you might see probably B over here moving with some angular speed omega 2. Now the angle between them, that is your phase difference. That's your phase difference. Now the question is, what's that phase difference? Trust me on this. This is omega relative multiplied by time. That's it. Just circular motion concept. Relative angular speed into time will give me relative angular displacement. So this is angular displacement in a way. You have converted SHM problem into circular motion problem. That's it. Now it becomes very easy. That's the trick to solve it. What is the relative angular speed? Big minus small, whichever is big minus small, into time. The phase difference when A completes one oscillation. So what is the time period of A? That's T. This is the time period for A. It's clearly mentioned for one oscillation of A. It's mentioned over here. What is omega 2 and omega 1? Well, that's 2 pi by T2. T2 is 5T by 4. Let me just put a mod over here. Okay, minus 2 pi by T into T. Now this T goes off. So 2 pi also comes outside. So if you want, you can write this as 4 by 5 minus 1. Okay, but the modulus, oops, this is modulus. T has gone. If you notice, this T and this T, 2 pi and this 2 pi, I have brought them outside. Okay, so what am I left with? 2 pi into modulus of minus 1 by 5. So that is nothing but 2 pi by 5. That's the answer. Where is it? It's option C. Convert it into circular motion. It becomes easy. Yeah. See, this was angular speed. Angular speed is radians per second. Into seconds will give me radians. So that will give me the phase difference between those two phasors. That's how it is. What an interesting question, right? Alright, so the whole idea is you should learn these physics numericals in a proper way. Only then you will appreciate it, and only then you will understand it, and then you will enjoy it. I'm pretty sure you would have enjoyed physics much better than what you would have been enjoying before. Hopefully you have the right mentors, then that is good. Then please practice more problems, and if you want to be toppers, if you want to be 150 plus, I would highly recommend you to take up the crash course even today. You might say, sir, only few days are left, some lectures are already over, there are a lot of tests in it, I know there are a lot of problems, what's the use? Some of the tests might be over. No, you can give the test anytime. Number one, you will get the report cards, plus you can watch the recorded lectures, and you need not have to watch all the lectures, just watch the lectures which you need. Let's say I need semiconductors, watch it. Let's say you need magnetism, watch that. Don't watch everything, watch it selectively and solve lot of problems, only then you will build up the understanding. So you get 20 mock tests, entire syllabus, but selective usage is important. Doubt solving is there, or else who are you going to ask doubts? Do not trust Google or random websites, because many of them give wrong answers. You would have seen there were some mistakes in the slides. So sometimes it happens somewhere, in some book wrong answers are given and nobody knows, how to solve it, and then you need some guidance. So tests, the modules and the assignments and the report cards, along with some special classes for strategies, will be given to you in the crash course, and you have to pay only 4,500 rupees, which is 55% off on the actual price. So please take it off. 4,500 is negligible. I'm pretty sure you will recover that cost within no time after a few years when you become doctors. Alright, and that's a coupon code you need to use, SH NEET. Only then, yeah, do me a favor, please use this coupon code so that you can get that 55% off. Yeah. So thank you guys very much. My God, I can see so many hearts. Thank you Shruti Bacha, thank you Anamika, thank you Zayed. Bye Suman. Yep. Oh, it's almost 3 hours. Time to finish it, wrap it up. Yep, thank you everyone. Thank you for all the love, bacha log. And I'll see you guys again probably next week or so after the JEE Mains exam is over. This was Shreyas here, your physics master teacher at Vedantu, and I was going live from Bangalore. Hasta la vista. Bye bye.